bring your charger in a second. There's one charger there.
See yours is live already. You good to go, Johan? What's up?
Yeah, it's just turned on.
First of all, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushua, B'Shem Kakadash.
We'll give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of JMS, and shalom and there to the whole for
Slack
education, truth, and all sincerity, man. Yeah, back in another week, another crazy week, right? And I just kind of wanted to get into a couple of things. You know what just happened just the other day, right? You had the Epstein files released, right? And you got Trump waging war. Stoking more war in the earth, right, over this Venezuelan thing, right? He's talking about land and oil that's been stolen from America. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? All these narratives that are being thrown around in the earth, these false narratives, it's just more and more lies that, you know, this world is already engulfed with lies. But there's so much darkness in this world, so much like pseudoscience and all these different types of things that Esau has pushed into the world, man, that everybody walks in gross darkness, man. You know? Yeah, go on.
Isaiah 60:2. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness."
Right, and darkness is perpetuated by the wicked. Right? Because the righteous stand by the light. The righteous bring out the light, bring out the truth, tell the truth. Stand by the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. These devils don't do none of that. They push nothing but propaganda, right, just to further their agenda, man. And they're pushing, you know, people in all kinds of direction, man, to make them believe what's really going on is real. But it's all staged theater that people are buying into. You know, we were watching the boxing last night, man. It just looked the hell of just
fake,
yeah, organized. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, man's got his jaw bust, fine, but it's not really real. It's something to take your mind off shit.
But once again, how do we even know that X-ray was real?
We can't verify enough, right? But it just points to the fact, like, you know, we're just being distracted. People are just being distracted. Not us, we're not being distracted. We know what the hell's going on, but people are being distracted by, you know, all these bread and circuses, all these, you know, protests, and, you know, all these things that are going on the earth right now, the wars, you know, the rumors of wars, all these different things. Like, it's got people just, like, they want to block it out. And so that's why they live in this little fucking cocoon, right? And just think, like, nothing's really going on. And they just believe whatever narrative is being sold, and they'll just carry on. You know, but this world is screwed, man. Right, there's so much going on, and, you know, like I said, the MOTB is around the corner, man. And before you know it, man, you're gonna be lining up at a chipping booth because you can't get no food. You know? Yeah, read that. Yeah.
It says, "Cover the earth and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
Right? So yeah, this world walks in gross darkness, man, because of Esau. Right? Can I get yeah, can I get that Revelation 6 and 4, please?
This is Revelation 6 and verse 4, and it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, to take peace from the earth."
Right, to take peace from the earth. These people are not at ease, they're not at rest. Right, here it is, Esau's supposed to be here, you know, benefiting people, right? Because he's the greatest being to ever exist, right? Meant to be making the lives of everybody better now. You know, all these types of bullshits he tells you, right? But these people are distressed. These people are really distressed, man. They're fighting all kinds of diseases, right? Because of his poor health that he promotes, right? The world's at war all the damn fucking time. 2 world wars under his belt, bare casualties, you know? And he's talking about waging more wars.
Can I just get a little anecdote?
Yep.
There are around 30 to 50 active situations at the minute. Active wars at the minute.
Right? And although maybe not all of them are credited to Esau, but a large 99% of them, Esau is behind in some form or fashion.
Check this out. It says, it goes illicit. It says, Middle East, you got the JOOs against Hamas, Iran against the JOOs, proxy conflict, Syria, exactly, that's what I was going to say. Syria, Yemen, that's all Esau. Now check this out. This is where people think, you got to think a little bit more
Out the box.
more out of the box. You have to see exactly more out of the box. You have to see who benefits from the next situations now.
Because you know Esau funds wars, right?
Exactly.
He don't have to be
Exactly.
directly part. That's why proxy wars exist.
Exactly.
You know, and this is why you got to really think about why these conflicts are really happening.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Who benefits? Who benefits?
Yep.
So it says Sudan, Ethiopia, Nigeria. These are some resource-intense, resource-rich countries, especially when you're talking about Nigeria. They got the oil in there. And when you start to do the research, and you'll understand how the game was manipulated after so-called independence of these countries, and how certain parties and political members were paid to be in positions of power, but really they were corrupted. That's why you always see places like Nigeria, Ghana, what do the people say? They say it's corrupt. The government is corrupt. But somehow the
Who's
Chinese...
corrupting them? Though?
Exactly. Somehow Esau and Moab can always get up in there and get the pieces that they want out of the country, right? And at the same time, the people are still losing. Hey, shalom. So the point I was making is this: although some of these wars they look like they're not Esau, really Esau's the one that's behind the scenes pulling the strings, agent provocateur.
That's right. That's right. You more that?
Yeah, so it's got Mayan, civil war, Afghanistan insurgencies, Russia, Ukraine war, Mexico drug. Again, Mexico thing, we know why that's there because they're going to use that to move on the tribes. We know why they certain cartels and all of this to move on the tribes.
But Esau is a fucking handler, right? Esau's running the game. He's running the drug system, but he gives it to Jake to move around because they can now be implicated in these activities. Where Esau gets to sit in his high rise somewhere, not getting involved.
Well, check this out.
He's the money, you know. He's making the purchases.
Check this out. Jake has always got a low IQ except for when it comes to according
Criminal
to Esau.
activity,
According to Esau, when it comes to criminal activities, we're just some masterminds, just some experts. Jake is just out there behind a Windows a computer, and he's just creating this master plan to take over.
But how did Jake get their hands on drugs?
Exactly.
Esau funded it. Jake can't organize like that.
Yeah.
Where did he find it? Where did all these Jakes get all these drugs from?
Where did they get?
Yeah, sure. They can go. They can
Weapons.
grow their own stuff now. But where did it come from? Where did the first seeds? Where did they get it from? You know, it's easy to blame Jake now because Jake got their own operations going on. But even though Esau's still supervising it, right? But where did it start? It didn't start with Jake. Jake, we're slaves, bro. We're slaves, never shit. How did we become all these drug cartel dudes then? How did we do? How we the Bloods and the Crips? How are we all these people?
Esau created it. Esau fabricated it.
CIA.
You know, so Esau's always doing things to take peace from the earth in various different forms, right? But he's looking to blame somebody, and Jake is in the fire line to be blamed for everything. You know, just like Nero, he blamed the Jews in Jerusalem for all the turmoil that was going on in Rome. You know, so it's the same thing. We got Emperor Nero once it came back in the reincarnation, right, doing the same kind of thing, right? But he's, you know, they're using different tactics, you know, similar tactics, but different scenarios. You know,
yeah, same people coming back. Now you got, you know, Samsung Galaxy 17.
Yeah.
same situations playing out on the earth.
Yeah.
Now you live, you know, in a house and you got heated floors. But it's the same things happening again. Same tactics that are being played out. Blame it, be the villain on the earth, or blame it on somebody else. Which goes to show you Esau's a punk, man. He's a punk.
But this is why the scripture speaks about him being the most subtle, you know, more subtle than any beast in the field, man.
Yeah.
He knows how to play these games.
Yeah.
He knows how to play the blame game. Right? And when you control the media and you know and all the propaganda that goes on, it's like Esau's righteous, bro. In his eyes, in the world's eyes, he's trying to do the right thing, but he's the one organizing all the wickedness. You know, I've got those scriptures.
No, like a perfect example is like you want to talk about the war on drugs.
Yeah.
The war on drugs has just been renamed the war on Jake. Because if you look at like, you know, crack cocaine conspiracy, that whole, like, it gives you like a breakdown of what Esau did, bro. It was a targeted plan of Jake.
That's it.
It's like,
To handicap you further because
Yeah.
you're doing too good.
yeah.
He wants to see you broken, man.
Yeah, like to say 100 grams of cocaine powder is equivalent to 1 gram of crack or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then basically, you know, cocaine was seen as a rich man's drug. And then crack, which is information of it being made in labs in universities,
Which Jake
right?
can't do.
which Jake
They
can't
make
do.
it.
Jake just came up with that, and it's like obviously Jake was just getting, you know, taken by that. Man.
But this is then the Esau then creates a narrative that all you so-called black people are drug dealers.
Yeah.
Right? Because he makes now every Jake wants to be a fucking rapper now,
Yeah.
and he just says that all rappers are drug dealers.
Yeah.
They all want to rap about do drugs and shit.
And then back then, they passed laws that
Targeted Jake.
that really should normally go through Congress, but Esau got Jake fighting for these laws to get pushed back then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then it's like,
Sorry, the scripture speaks about that bottle to that to drink.
yeah, exactly.
Right? And so that's why he's made us the face of all these
Yeah.
wicked activities, but he's the one that made that happen.
Yeah,
And
So he can keep his hands clean from it.
Yeah, yeah,
Or,
yeah.
You know, so it looks like.
yeah.
You know?
But everyone knows Esau's the biggest consumer of Class X.
Yeah.
That's a well-known thing. You go.
People with money are the biggest consumers of everything.
Yeah.
that's the bottom line, man. So damn, just know, like these are big. Hey, these are big, you know, keys that moving and stuff like that. Big ass shipments of these drugs are coming in and out of the country, man.
And
Boatloads, plane loads.
You know what I mean? There's a buyer.
Exactly.
There's a buyer for these things.
As-
You know,
Take them out to
Jake's
find no place.
Jake's on the
Take them out
slaves
to
in the
find no
situation.
place, yeah.
Jake's on the slaves in the situation, man.
Oh,
They do all the hard work, the grunt work, and they get caught, they get shot, they get the gang wars. They're the grunt force. Esau sits like say happy on his ass, and just gets what he deserves.
And one thing I always say, it's like, look, if you've ever sent anything abroad, yo, you can't just send kilos abroad. It's
How'd you do
not
that under the
happening.
radar? How'd you do that under the radar?
Yeah.
Oh, Trump's like, oh, the boats. You know, just moving boats. How you like? So you can get them now, but you couldn't get them before.
Exactly. And once again, that whole thing about they can just walk in, the boats, this, that, and the other, that's basically saying we have a major national security. Because if the Venezuelan drug cartels can just sneak in, what about the Russian military? What about the Chinese military? We've shown you that it's all BS, man.
I've got a little anecdote here, if that's possible.
Can I just grab this quickly? before
Yeah,
you
go on,
grab
go
that?
on, go on.
It's Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Right, so we got wicked rulers, man. So wickedness is spread amongst this population, man. And there's people that they put in certain positions to run their don't run their programs, the enterprise, man. Right, the top elites don't get involved with that shit. They just give the orders out. Anybody worth their grain of salt knows that. These elites don't get involved like that because they're meant to look like fucking humanitarian, fucking Red Cross aid motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Evangelists and all that kind. They're meant to look like the righteous on the earth. So they don't get involved. You know, but they'll have you get involved, and then blame you for what's going on. You know, that's what they do. They slander you, even though they're the ones only behind it. But it's bare wickedness, and I'll get onto that later. Actually, yeah. We can just read me.
Oh no, moments gonna pass for it, but
Oh,
he was
sorry.
mentioning the drug wars and all of that. There was, so I searched how many people actually died from these drug wars, right? 60, 70,000. And I searched how many people died from the Afghan war. Millions.
It's not even comparable.
It's not even comparable. But Esau always puts Jake as the face of
Violence and
face of violence.
Yeah.
And that's just Afghanistan. And what did Tony Blair say when he was speaking about
I'll
Afghanistan?
do it again.
I'll do it again.
He said I'll do it again.
Quick.
Yeah, but in the court, if Jake was to have that same thing, they'd say he had no remorse.
Yeah, no remorse.
Right, and they will double your sentence. But that's why, in fact, even on that, the scripture says in Ezekiel 35 and 5, sith thou hast not hated blood, right? You had no remorse. You doubled down, therefore blood shall pursue thee.
But it's easy when you're the one judging yourself. It's easy, isn't it? Jake has to have remorse because like you get put for it, bro. And no one will have mercy on you, bro. So that's why Jake's all penitent in the courtrooms. You know, if I knew, if I wasn't driving so fast or whatever.
Guess.
Yeah, you know, if only I knew.
Guess.
Like, yeah, because you ain't got an out. Esau can make himself an out.
Well, you had a
All the
lot.
top lawyers and all these good
You
types of things.
had a lot of people that have done the same. I've been comical mentioning Gets, but you had a lot of Edomites that have done the same thing.
Yeah.
They walking around, man, free,
Free, bro.
free. Because
Do you remember back in the day there was that white girl in Britain?
Yeah, stab their
narrowed it
boyfriend.
down there.
Oxford or
Yeah,
Cambridge.
yeah. Yeah, you see, bro. Go, you can text me.
Yo, help me out here.
Call a friend.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, there was an Oxford or Cambridge student, and she stabbed her boyfriend in the leg or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they basically was like, she's too talented, and let her off, man.
What?
Mad.
You know, but-
I think she's like a doctor or something.
Yeah.
Like a surgeon or something.
She's too smart to go to jail.
Yeah.
Jake
But
basically
it's like the bank's too
cough
big
at
to
his
fail.
woman, going in prison.
Well, it's like the bank's too big to fail.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
organizations too big to fail.
It's like what Trump did the other day when he seized that's once again with Esau and his terminology, right? He seized the shit, whereas anyone else pirated the shit. You know, and that's what people said. People were like, bro, that was piracy. It's like, well, actually, it's not piracy because it's like, bruh.
Because he's got
Was it yours? Yeah.
The precept? Psalms 140:1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart."
And that's all these Edomites do. Is imagine mischiefs, man.
Yeah.
You know?
In everything.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's working in a nursery.
Like,
Like,
damn sure if they're working in the
Yeah.
nursery, they think you're wicked as well.
yeah, like, it's like, all right, it was exposed over there. This dude had the fucking, you know, the glasses that can take pictures.
Mhm.
And he's taking pictures of
Oh,
children
that's it. Yeah.
to remake AI, you know, images of children doing acts.
Mhm.
That's the Edomite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, you obviously got
Different levels.
just Jake that are into that, you know, influenced by what they happened to them. Probably
But
recently
no,
anyway.
that's the usual suspect when it
But
comes
it's
to
the
that,
usual
man.
suspect. Like these Catholic churches, it's so bad that, you know what I mean, it's a meme now. Ooh, so who's doing that Catholic church?
Yeah.
Like there's
Don't
no
take it
time.
seriously anymore.
Yeah. Like now, you know, if you see them Catholic church priests, your first instinct is, so what's really going on?
Yeah,
But you're still attending the church.
You're still attending the church.
It's mad. It's mad. Oh, but my priest ain't like that.
Okay.
10 years later on.
There you go.
10 years later, he's like, oh, yeah, my Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Johnny, my Johnny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh man. It makes
It's
me think
like,
of that
bro,
guy that-
Yeah.
that's why you don't trust the devil, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He trained me up.
Yeah, these men are not spiritual.
I got more. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. Now, obviously, that can be applied to actual war, you know, conquering lands or whatever. But then even like the war on drugs, the war on Jake is basically mischievous. They're always on a plan.
Well, they shoot a secret at the
They shoot a
perfect.
secret at the
They're
perfect.
always aiming at Jake.
Yeah.
Find a way to trap them up into something. Right?
Yeah.
Well, them Maxines, bro. Remember? You know. Remember? I'm not sure who it was, but remember there was that one. I'm sure it was Biden. You know, one who was like, "Oh, we've let down the black community for so long. Now, you know, the blacks and Native Americans, Latinos, we've let them down. So let's give it
Them first.
to them first." Which
Because
convenient.
it's so caring.
Yeah, because they're so caring.
Yeah. And old Jake was like, wait, what? Even niggas in the world was like, what?
Sound right.
And guess what? Jake sat right in that chair.
Yeah.
Got the Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah, them wings.
You know, because that's what how bad it got.
Yeah.
You got niggas taking the Maxine for a Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
Wings.
Yeah, Israelites that were saying it. So
Yeah,
right,
it's
to
a-
take-
yeah,
was-
yeah,
was
Israelites
just damn
saying
saying.
Well, anytime Esau's trying to entice you
That's it.
to take something, you don't want it, bro.
That's it.
100 don't want it. It's like cheese in a mousetrap. Yeah, the mouse shouldn't go near it, but he's gonna try it because it's cheese, right? He like the cheese, right? So if he try, but that's there to kill you,
Yeah.
you know. And this Esau's, you know, dangling a carrot, if you know what I mean. You know, with all these freebies or whatever, man. Just know it ain't for your good, man. It ain't good.
That's it. Oh, scripture says to him that is bad to himself, to whom can he do good? It's just
Yeah.
rock someone.
Yep.
They get quick precept, Ecclesiastes 12:10, never trust thine enemy. Simple.
It's very, very simple.
Very simple.
Very simple.
I just say, I think everyone's
Easy to
got,
understand.
yeah, I think everyone's got accounts where it's like recently someone's dying.
Bro,
Recently.
Yeah. My dad's always telling me people,
Yeah.
you know, dropping dead.
Yeah.
15, I'm not even that old. You know what I mean?
Last week, whether indirectly or directly, it was like 2 or 3 people that I knew died. It was a couple of them was the same day.
Mm.
I was like, shit.
Lies out here, bro.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, but then you know what? What do they say with the judges?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said in 2 to 3 years
It'll start taking effect.
they start taking effect.
But-
We're gonna
but-
see a lot of people.
But this is the thing. It's the lies that Esau is continuously, you know, producing. The propaganda, right? That's got you believing that these things is to the benefit of mankind or some shit, man. Right? But all these things is an agenda to destroy. This is part of his war. They take peace from the earth. He's waging war all the damn time against people on many different fronts. You know, but we're made to believe that he's here for our help. The devil, the wicked is not made for helping people. I don't know who told you that, right? But these men, these like, especially if you're a Christian, that you're supposed to know the scriptures, right? None of these kingdoms that existed have been righteous. So by default, every kingdom is wicked. The so-called white man at the top is the wicked of all kingdoms. But just know, at least, at the very least, that the kingdom is wicked. That you can't trust your leaders. You can't trust them.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to lead you to destruction.
Yeah.
That should you need thinking about, because you know that this isn't the kingdom of heaven.
So,
But you Christians are blind. You're Trump. Yeah, you fucking support Trump. Oh, you got a bunch of fucking evangelists going to support the tiny tops. Bro, they're all killing you, bro. They're all destroying the world. And the Most High is going to judge this place, man.
that's right.
You know?
A couple precepts.
So,
I'll start with Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
we're not in a time of rejoicing. You can see people not rejoicing, man. Things are harder than ever. Right? The things we bring out, the statistics and you know, all these things, the economy, all these different types of things. People are suffering, man. The so-called white man is not making things better. That ship has sailed.
Yeah. And proof that people are suffering is just the rise of the quote-unquote far right, man. You know, as the elders bring out, that is a response to the fact that these men are through. Because that's the thing. So like, if you're doing good, why you care about some niggas for? Go on holiday.
You know? But I said that ship is sailed where, you know, Esau was improving your lifestyles to some degree, right? Because it benefited him to do that. Right? He needed people to go through this phase, right? To believe in something. To believe in, like, oh, they can go back to the good old days or whatever, right? But this is not gonna happen, bro. It really ain't gonna happen. It's false hope. Yeah, false hope, man. To make you believe, we just follow along with the agendas of the leaders and all that kind of stuff. We'll end up back to where we want it to be. You're gonna end up in a worse predicament than you ever fucking been in, man.
It was
selling that dream.
it was all a ploy to get you into the system.
Yeah.
Get you into the system,
Invested.
get you invested. Because before,
mentally, spiritually.
yeah, because before Jake, well, really, let's say right now, Jake was in a position where we didn't really own homes like that, and then there was a major economic crash.
Yeah.
It would be like, back to where we were.
Yeah.
Right, but when you now invest, when you have these things, when you own these things, and then it all
worked
collapses,
hard.
you worked hard
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Right, you're gonna feel away. You're attached. That's why it says in 2 Ezra 16:40, right, about be ye as pilgrims. Right, it says he that builds as if he ain't gonna basically be there.
Yeah.
You know, he that has a business as if he's not gonna make any money from it. You know.
I say the devil only does good to you, quote unquote. It's good. It's very subjective.
If he's got something to gain.
If he's got something to gain from it, Scripture tells you that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So to believe that this America, this world, has got something for us, that's a lie. The Scripture say this place is not our rest. So if this devil is trying to convince you that there's something worth fighting for, you know, that's a lie too. You know, he's only making you feel that way so that when the MRTP comes around, you're going to want to try and keep hold of as much as you can.
Yep. Can I?
Right? The old world, you know, the things that you can keep. Because otherwise, the other option is death and starvation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Can I jump in? Sorry.
Yeah, imagine bringing a chip out in 1950s where everybody's totally dependent on themselves.
Yeah, they don't
You got a
need it.
little farm.
They don't need
Like,
that.
man, come on, get out of here with that, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm
Remember calling him the devil? Like,
Yeah.
Was it the
Social security. Yeah.
security card
Number.
numbers back then? People was like, this is the mark of the beast.
Yep.
People back then was like,
against it.
yeah, was against it.
And then all these things, different like technology, if you want to call it that, they've always
It made you
tested with these things
Yeah.
to see how where you are in terms of accepting these things, man.
but it also made you more dependent on the system. So it's going to be an easy transition for them to say,
Yeah.
now in order for you to keep these things, you got to have the chips.
Yep.
Every so-called technological advancement has made you more dependent.
Because how are you going to achieve it if you can't buy or sell?
You're
They locked you in.
totally dependent on, like, there's no little farm where somebody farms on their farm, brings it to a shop, like Jeremy's farm. Like, how many Jeremy farms are there? You can go outside of off grid.
The people do it's called their winter garden. You know, the little balcony, the little balcony that's in the flats.
But you know what? That account as well, it shows you that like people back then had stronger spirits.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it says the following the 1935 social
Security Act, some conservative religious groups in the 1950s believed that the mandatory identification number were a precursor to the mark of the beast.
Yeah, it was.
Which it was.
Which it was, yeah.
And all these subsequent things that came after are precursors, man. Because the final tech that they want to get is this RFID chip.
Yep.
Oh, and, you know, it says the core fear was that the numbering system allowed government control over individuals' ability to work or conduct business, which is even us here. Like, we got the national insurance number. Yeah? Thing is, people take for granted that you could work, because if you don't have a national
You can't work.
insurance number, you can't work.
But I've been there.
I've been there. In the corner somewhere, like, you know,
But you work in the background because you're just giving it. You're giving it just like that. You
Yeah.
get 16 or whatever. You get given this number, but it's in the background, so you
Yeah.
don't even really think about
You
it.
don't even think
You
about
don't
it.
even think about it. But without it, you actually can't do shit.
You actually can't. You might as well be dead.
I was speaking to this guy in the gym. He says I have to go to. He had to go from one area, like a big journey,
Yeah.
so he can cut hair, so he can get cash in hands because you don't have the national insurance number.
But this is why it's
It don't work.
important, because without a security number, you can still work cash in hand.
You can work.
Yeah.
If someone's willing to pay you for work, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing:
It's cashless through.
when the cash is taken out of the system now, it becomes cashless society, right? And everything's digital. What are you gonna do then?
Yeah.
How is he gonna pay you? He hasn't got nothing to give you.
Yeah.
I mean, he can give you a loaf of bread, sure. You might have to do that, but you can't.
You can't even barter that because you think about it. You got the central bank digital currencies.
That's all tracked.
That's all
This-
tracked.
the
Exactly.
bread
That's what
is-
I'm
the
saying.
bread is tracked.
It's already tracked.
The bread is tracked. You can't just give it over to him.
And you can't go and say, all right, boom, there's a bunch of people out there. You know, like how they had, you know, you had certain people during World War II, they was hiding out and people was looking after them, and whatever that woman's name was, right? Hiding underneath the basement or whatever. You can't even do that because, let's say you go get a loaf of bread from Tesco's with your CHIP, right? You come back, you give it, and you go back to Tesco. The digital system's gonna say no. You've had your quota for the.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that. You've had your quota.
Yeah.
That's it.
Carbon tax.
Carbon tax. That's it.
Your carbon footprint.
That's
The
it.
government's
grab
got all
this?
resource.
Yeah.
Says Genesis 3 from the top says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord power had made.
And Esau's a cunning hunter. So he's been setting up all these traps. All these traps to lock you down, to slow you down until he can get you in that cage finally, right? And have you complete control over you. Have you watched every minute of the day? You know?
It's that saying about if you, I mean, you shouldn't be eating a damn frog, but you know what they say about if you put a frog in hot water, it's gonna jump out.
Yeah.
But what these elites have been doing is they've been slowly boiling the water for the last, almost 100 years. Well, longer, but it's like really in terms of this technology, the last 100 years. Because this, well, once again, when you go around, you speak to people from all over the world, you actually realize that this system is more in place than these people that are still talking about the heathens can be saved will have you believe. The system is here. The system is here.
But
It's
listen,
it.
all these things that we just spoke about the security number, right? At the time, people were annoyed about it, but because it didn't seem so bad when it happened, because like Esau didn't act on it like that. So he's like, oh, well, that ain't that bad. And then it's in the background, not even thinking about it now, but that it actually does work, but you're not thinking about it.
It's
You
the
know?
same thing with the Maxine. You remember when, remember them days on WhatsApp where you can share voice note for like 30 people. But then, yeah, I spoke to my friend's uncle, and he's a president. He said that, blah, blah. But the point is, remember back then, like information would like spread quick. It spread
Wildfire.
fast. You know what I mean? And it's like, but the point is, with the vaccine, is before it came to pass, the most I don't believe in the scripture people like, oh yeah, this is the mark of the beast system or all this. But then after people got jacked, they're like, it's alright. Nothing changed.
I've got on holiday now.
Oh yeah, I can go on holiday now.
And which that was a major because one of the things that I found very interesting was how the whole series was executed throughout different countries, throughout different territories, right? Different countries played it very, very differently. Like, I always found it very interesting that for the UK, the thing that they did, because these people love to travel, is they basically stopped travel for like 6 months. Couldn't do anything. The amount of people, me personally, I knew before that were like, I'm never taking that. Bro, I'll be in the office, I'm never taking that. Got locked down, they was like, look man, I need to go on holiday. Whereas in America, they tied it to your employment.
Yeah, people.
Now we have quote unquote free healthcare and shit like that, but in America you don't have that.
Yeah.
So then if basically your work is access to healthcare and healthcare is through the roof, of course would you quote those people saw it as a reason to take it. Now you shouldn't have taken it, but that's how they played it in different these different places, you know.
So the a market suitable solution. You know?
Yes, yeah.
A solution suitable for the market.
It's like they're squashing you from each direction.
From each direction, yeah.
Well, they do that. With certain products, you have to cater it to the market.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You can't just take KFC certain places. You can't just take McDonald's certain places. You have to cater it to the market. To change it for that market. Or certain cars you can't bring them out. Like English cars, you can't take English cars to America. It's too small.
Yeah.
So the MLTB, the VAC, you have to cater it to that particular market.
And it's the same with their technology as well. In certain countries it goes down.
Yeah,
like here you haven't got it fully rolled out, but in like Estonia, places like Sweden, they're rolling with chips and shit. You know, in digital currency, cashless.
So this is what was going into last week as well, about how in these eastern countries, China, Korea, whatever, they'll just have the government control cameras everywhere. Whereas here in the West, we've always done this thing about it's a private entity. We've got the same amount of cameras. We just call them Ring cameras. We just call them UV, whatever the other Chinese brand is, right? But we built the same system. We just like to pretend that it's a private entity doing the thing, right? Even the lockdown here in the UK, it wasn't actually the government that first said we're going to lock down. It was the Arsenal Man City game that basically Arsenal were like, look, we're not going to have the game, right? We need to be locking down, because Boris before that, we're not a country that locks down, right? And then Arsenal did it, and then the rest of the a lot more businesses started doing it, and then the government was like, well, this is what you asked for.
Yeah, the Who's
We just flattened the curve.
Yep.
That's what they were saying.
And
PTSD.
yeah. But then now what do they say? Oh, actually there was no reason to have done that.
Now you just destroyed your economy for no fucking reason. But there was a reason.
There was a reason.
There was a reason.
It was a reason.
You know, but just not privy to the public. You know.
Bro, these people are fucking monkeys.
But that's what I'm saying. Esau's the cunning heart. So you know how to set all these traps, man, how to lure you in. And what he's doing is killing you slowly. Like it's incrementalism. You know, all these things that they've been doing has been working up to this point, right? But you become used to it. What's that? Normalized.
Yeah.
You know,
The new normal.
New normal, right? All that the phrase that they use. You become normalized to these new conditions now, and you kind of forget what it was all really about. You know, until you find yourself in a position, and you just continuously gonna walk with the government because you don't see any other way. You know, because you people are dependent. As much as you hate the idea, because everyone's independent, right? You know, everyone's independent. No, as people, we are very dependent on one another.
Everyone's dependent.
We're dependent on one another. Yeah, you might work for yourself, but there's still an ecosystem that you operate in. that you need
Dependent
other
on the
things.
bias.
Yeah. You know
There
what I'm
might be
saying?
like free independent rednecks out there in Texas that are truly independent. But everybody else depends on somebody. You depend on the food system, food network system,
And Esau knows this.
electricity.
And those design that way.
Yeah, and Esau knows this, right? So he knows what to attack to make you bow, basically.
Flesh.
Yeah.
Flesh. I got a quick precept there.
Yeah.
This is based off of the book of Genesis, the 3rd chapter, where the Bible brought out the word there, subtle, and the word there translated is crafty, right? So Job 5:12 says, "He disappointed the devices of the crafty," all right, and that they cannot perform their enterprise, which we understand their enterprise ultimately. The end all be all is to set up that system, their utopia, their blessing. They want the blessing that was given unto Jacob.
And for him to kind of pass that, man, he has to lie to you.
Yep. Yeah, so they have to pretend like they don't. They like you said, they have to pretend, but really the end all be all is to try and get that control over the earth that was given unto our forefather Jacob.
Yep.
And he's going to use what he's got as his blessing, which is the sword. By the sword shall I live. And that could be 100 different things at once, man. Stab and jab, harp system, straight up sword where they drop ICBMs, whatever.
Like I said, a hunter knows what bait he needs to use,
That's it.
what tool he needs to use, what type of trap, you know? He knows.
Sometimes you use buckshot, sometimes you use the one with the ducks on it. Either way, he's gonna bring out the guns, man. Make a move.
Yeah, Esau's king of wickedness, man. So he's all at his disposal. You know?
Yep, precept. This is Proverbs 29:12, because you mentioned lie and pretend. It says, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked.
And that's even funny because you think Esau at the top of his chain, right? But ultimately Satan's the one helping him, right? He's taking advice from Satan, and Satan is obviously a deceiver, right? He's the adversary, right? But Esau believes in Satan. He believes in him. He believes that what Satan is telling him that he can achieve. You can usurp the blessings and take the blessings for yourself. If you just do this and do that, not knowing that the Satan's on the Most High's payroll.
Which is why in Psalms it says that the Lord got them in slippery places.
Yeah, the deceiver on mine.
Yeah.
So Satan's doing his job on you, but you think you're in control, and you ain't.
You're it's like it's sort of like when you're walking in the middle of February on black ice. Yeah. Oh man, I got it, man. If I just, I mean, I've got
special
nice
trainers on,
legs.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
these tracks. Tracks in the street.
and then guess what?
Still slip.
you suddenly find out you're flexible. Oh shit!
Involuntary fixation.
You just suddenly find, man, I didn't know how to do that. you just slip.
Yeah.
That's what happens. So that's how it is with Esau, man. If he's in control, and he's gonna bust his ass,
Because
man.
the Most High is the ultimate scheme at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it.
Ultimately, that's the truth about it. Esau thinks he's slick, but he ain't slicker than the Heavenly Father, man. The Most High controls everything, man. And this is why it gives us great confidence, man. Great comfort, knowing that the Most High, and what we know what the Most High gonna do to you. Right, we ain't gonna worry about the outcome. We know what the outcome is. We don't have to worry about how your plans are gonna work out, because it ain't gonna work out.
I have a
You know?
precept.
Go on now.
This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency.
Right, because you think about it, Esau's worked hard to where he is today, man. You have to, respect the man for working hard, isn't it? Right? But he's been doing all this wickedness, so you can't respect that. But he's been diligent in his goal. Right. So in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he's about to, really complete what he's about to do, most likely gonna do something to him.
Yep. It says, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, which is the laborers. Yeah. James 5 talks about, the hire or lack of the laborers that has been kept back by fraud, man.
But this is it. Esau's got the whole world in slavery.
Yeah, man. That's why.
So everyone's working for his system, right? So these men are gonna turn on him.
It says when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating.
But Esau thinks he got a contingency plan for that.
Well, that's what that scripture says. When they're gonna dig down into the rocks, they're gonna go up into the space stations, but the Most High is gonna still cast them down. It's still gonna uproot them. And it's beautiful. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great because you digging yourself into them bunkers, which news comes out about that in leaps, bouts every few months. It comes out more and more that these celebrities and people are like that. They're investing a lot into them bunkers. But that's beautiful. That just means you're gonna be the first fruits of slavery.
Preserve.
Better have slaves.
That's your salvation, right? You preserve slavery.
Preserve slavery. Imagine that coming out of the a 5-star bunker straight into hardcore slavery.
Chains.
You just been in there doing the most weird things. You know how Esau be.
Yeah, it's like,
and then boom, you come straight into slavery.
it's like these Edomites that go on these slave expeditions to find out how the slaves lived and how everything's working. You're gonna find out for real.
Find out. You're gonna have first-hand
Live.
experience.
You know what I'm saying?
First-hand experience. And
Yeah.
like the apostles always say, Esau's gonna look forward to the Sabbath. He's gonna look forward to the Sabbath. As much as Esau wants you to work every day in this kingdom, he's gonna be the one looking to the Sabbath the most.
Yeah. Book mash up.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
I've got something. This is Isaiah 14 and 12, scripture you called for. I'll start from verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Right, you're gonna hear, if you listen closely, you're gonna hear it's not talking about no spiritual demon Satan, man. Lucifer is not his name. Lucifer represents these elites of Esau. That bear the light of this world, because that's who you follow after. Right? They're teaching you all these ways of wickedness, which is so realistically it's not a light of righteousness.
I'm gonna prove that in a second.
Right? So it's really it's a darkness that they guide the people with. You know? We're gonna get precept now, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Let me just quickly get this.
But if you listen carefully, he's not talking about no spiritual person. Right? He's talking about men. He's talking about men.
Job 18:5. The light of the wicked shall be put out.
Here we go. Right? And this is what this world is being ruled by right now. And that's why everyone's doing the most amount of wickedness that the world has ever seen before. You know, post-flood. You know, that's why the Lord had to bring that great judgment again. Yep.
And it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
Is it not Esau, the so-called white man's ambition to be God or to disprove God, to replace God? To show him he's greater than God, he knows more, he can do this and do that. That's why he's doing what he's doing, man, because he actually believes it. These elites believe they have the power of a deity, of a God. But like the scripture say, you're going to be found to be a man.
And it says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of a congregation in the sides of the north.
He wants ownership, a rulership over the Lord's people. Right? He wants to be praised and worshipped as a God. Right? That's why his authority is above the Most High's authority in this world. Because he's set up that way. He's got a law, but the Most High has a law. You're meant to be a Christian nation, but you don't put the Most High's law above yours. You don't. Your word means more. That's what you want these people to understand and recognize, man. You know, and that's why this is not about if you worship Jesus Christ, you've got the mark of the beast. It don't make no fucking sense. Right? All he wants you to respect his word above all else's. So you can still be a Muslim. But as long as you abide by my law, or you can be a Christian, you can be whatever you want. But as long as you abide by my law, I don't give a fuck. Because you're going to do what I tell you to do ultimately over all things.
And you know, that was kind of the mindset of Rome. Like, look, we don't care what you do.
That's true.
We just want your sons to be like in the armies and pay your taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? if you don't
And you contravene our law, you punish and so on and so forth. Yeah.
fuck around, we're gonna come, with our troops and mess you up.
Yep. That's it.
You know? But now you got like, you know what I mean? Like the mark of the beast, which is a physical thing. Which you think Esau gonna care if you got you're a Muslim or you're trapped. Just get the chip.
Just bow, bro.
Get the chip.
Just
I
bow.
don't care what you That's
Bow,
what he
worship
cares.
me because you have to.
That's it.
You ain't getting from nowhere else.
That's it.
You know?
Well, don't forget the Project Carb. They're gonna use the Project Carb to make you think that all of these religions are the same religion.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then ultimately they're gonna say, look, this is the second coming, take the chip or whatever.
But isn't it even part of that agenda, the whole Albert Pike World War III thing, is that throughout this whole war, all these religions are going to cancel that basically.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And they would just put, look, we're that word, we're that light, this Luciferian light, basically Luciferian doctrine.
Yeah.
Because we are the rational, we are the smartest, right? They're always pushing that shit.
Yeah.
Right? We know how to make the world, because religion just causes wars.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
that you should just listen to the rationale of these elites, these higher ups that are smart and everybody else.
Yeah.
That got all this power and wealth and influence.
That's what the whole bloody a lot of people started saying with the whole Palestine thing. Because how can one people just claim God gives them and that allows them to do anything or whatever, what have you?
Because it sounds like a stupid argument. These people getting blown up every fucking day. Christians and Muslims, they're just shooting each other or whatever, right? It sounds crazy. Like, where's God then? Right? Because these are idol worshippers. They're not real. Them men are not real. Right? We have the real, true living power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is our power, right? And you might say, yeah, but you're getting fucked up too. We're in the ghettos and shit. Yeah, but there's a reason for that. If you understood the scripture, you understand why. We understand why we're in the predicament. We understand why you nations are getting fucked up because you don't have a God. And the Most High is going to reveal all these things. That's why the Most High is not with the other nations, man. The Most High is going to reveal who his true people are. But I want to get off side topic because that's another topic we always get into.
Verse 14. And it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yep.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of a pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
The man. Is this the man? So listen carefully. Is this the man? Right? So there's a man, and not an individual, but a race of people. These elites of the house of Esau, right? That are ruling the earth country. We all have to understand that there's a ruling class in this world, right? They don't rule openly, even though they would like to. They don't rule openly. They have puppets. That's what you call your governments, right? Money rules the world. They have the money and the power, the influence over these puppets, Right? They set people in office so you can vote them in and vote them out and act like things are changing. So it keeps your focus off them. Right? But carry on.
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right? Who's being used to make the earth tremble? America. America is that primary sword in the earth that these elites use to make the earth tremble because they're the bully.
Yeah, and you can see that because it's the way they're able to maneuver with impunity, right? Like for instance, so many people, you saw it, like they were like, oh, the quote unquote the list was going to be released on Friday, and everyone was like, oh, so there's going to be some kind of war on Friday then. Literally people like, okay, something's going to happen on Friday. And yeah, although they didn't go into Venezuela, they started bombing Syria. Out of nowhere, ISIS came back.
Yeah. They just came back from their lunch break. Said, I'm back now.
They had to regroup. That funding, that seed money had to come through. But yeah, it's Esau's responsible for all this warfare on the planet. So he's made the earth to tremble. That's why these nations are not at peace. Right? As soon as Esau got the atomic bomb and that kind of shit, man was shook. Like ask Japan. Japan ain't never been the same. You know, they've been neutered so far, man. They're all like, they just translate.
Yeah, exactly. They went from warriors to Hello Kitty, blood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't trying to do nothing, right? Because they don't want the smoke, and most nations don't want the smoke. But Esau, he'll go around the earth conquering, taking what he fucking wants, man.
I have a precept.
And make up some random excuse why he's doing it. Like I say, they're trying to blame Venezuela. The reason why they're going in there, because of the drugs, but he's saying, Maduro, I want the land back and the oil that you stole back. What the fuck are you talking about? What happened? Because he hasn't explained that. He's not explaining what he's talking about or when that happened. He just says a narrative, and all of a sudden that's going to become the truth now. There's something that they've stolen that belongs to America, and so they have to go to war. So when did this happen? Why didn't you do it then? How the fuck did they steal something from America?
They said oil, is it?
Huh?
They stole oil.
Oil and land. How did Venezuela steal land? It's fucking ridiculous, man. But people are gonna run that and believe it, and they're like, yeah, these white supremacists will be like, yeah, we have to take the oil back and the land back. Bro, you're fucking the biggest fucking immigrant on the planet, bro. None of it belongs to you.
Yeah, man, he's a migrant. He's the biggest migrant. He's everywhere.
Australia, they went out there.
No, that's a video. Like, he's the biggest migrant. Like, this is Australia.
Yeah.
You know, again, I think there's a stat. Every 6 days, there's a country that has an Independence Day from Britain.
That's mad.
That's mad. Like, why? Because you're a migrant.
You're the biggest thief in the world,
biggest thief, bro.
I always feel the hypocrisy of that statement with the migrant thing, because the reason why you have the migrants over here is a reason.
We've got a lot of what's the Africans in there? They got a lot of Gambians, Mali, Sierra Leone, or Burkina Faso, Cameroon, all these people that speak a bit of French, that was primarily conquered by the French. Like here, like in the UK, there's bare Ghanaians and Nigerians, sprinkle the food, Zimbabweans in there.
That's for good measure.
Yeah, good measure. But these are English speaking, you know what I mean? Just like we have the Dutch, got a lot of brothers there from Suriname, all them places, because they were all conquered by the Dutch.
But do you know what that shows you? And that's it, because Esau will say these migrants, they don't want to integrate. If they didn't want to integrate, why are they going to places where they can speak the language then?
Exactly.
You know?
He's a hypocrite, bro.
Esau's a hypocrite.
So is he not the man that made the earth to tremble? He's gone around the whole earth and fucked with everybody, man. Put them in slavery, put them in oppression.
Bro, it's oppression, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you want to leave the Caribbean to come here? Let's be real. Unless you did something.
You get some English dickheads in the Falklands, right? Because there was an upstart in the Falklands a little while back. Right? And the other team has got every right to say we want them out. It's not what the fuck they're doing in South America. You know, but
so
this is the thing. Why is it yours? Because you fucking stole it. You know what I mean? It's double standards, two.
Right, exactly.
It's a hypocritical nation, right? Esau's a hypocritical nation.
Bro, Esau's a hypocrite. Like, obviously, it's.
And the most I don't have no joy for the hypocrite.
That's it. Now, obviously, you know what I mean. It's the spirit. Brothers have gathered wherever they pretty hard to push the work. But let's just lay on the on table of theory. We're all here because of fucking imperialism.
Yeah, I didn't choose.
Bro, I
I
would have
didn't
been in
choose to be
GH, bro. You would have been a
Don't
construction
be put my business out there.
Yeah, yeah.
People don't know where I'm from.
He's
They
British
don't know me
now.
like that. You know, I'm British. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. Basically, everyone here,
I'll be back in the Caribbean, bro.
everyone will be where,
In a much better place.
everyone will be, you know what I'm
In a better
saying?
place. Everywhere we're coming from is better than here.
Like my grandparents wouldn't have moved here.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone.
The whole
you know?
wood rush.
I said I would have been born in the Caribbean, man.
You should be
taking
there.
in the sun.
Yeah.
If, that's place.
If you left it alone.
Yeah.
Like the brother said, everybody here will be in a better place.
Yeah.
You'll have more land, more
Freedom.
resources. You
Freedom,
could,
yeah.
and more opportunities for enterprise,
Better health.
better health.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
I mean, a lot of people they go back home or on the back of so-called
And
better
just lose
health,
weight. Yeah.
and they get better.
Mhm.
So the only reason we're here is because although there's resources from all of these different places, you haven't got access to it because Moab is there, Esau's there, they got it. Or corrupt government. Why is it corrupt? Esau said it.
Yeah, Esau is his thing. Esau needs it corrupt,
Yeah.
and that's for me. Because you're talking about what the statement that you hate. The statement I hate is that these other governments are corrupt. Esau's the one that makes
He
them
makes them corrupt.
because he needs them to be corrupt.
Yeah.
And they make it seem like these other governments are like enemies, right? But if you know anything, right? Like Japan, feel like Esau's gone around and conquered everywhere, quite literally, including China.
Yeah.
Including China, right? He's done that, right?
And
These,
China
these guys
begged
in
him to stop.
these guys in power
Yeah.
are offshoots of these British guns, bro.
Yeah. Scions.
Yeah, right? In some form or other, right? They're working alongside them, right? They just have this appearance on the world scale that they're enemies. They're working together for this new order. That's what they're doing. They're all part of it, man. You know, even Putin, he's a part of it. They're not enemies. You know? Yep.
Back to Isaiah 14, verse 16. It says that they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right? So that's Esau, right? It's not spiritual demon Satan, man. He never did that.
Hmm.
You know? Yeah.
And if I said this, that spirit is just starting off with the apostles on down. Of course, you know, the spirit, the truth going out in the world. But in general, just when you're hearing some of the talking points now of a lot of these heathen nations, that spirit of like, fuck this Edomite is coming out more and more.
I've made you despise them on the nations.
Yeah.
So what I told you, right? These other nations are tired of your bullshit
Yeah.
and your oppression. Yeah.
And it says that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness.
All this war. These places are desolate because of you, man. You know?
Yeah, when you look at the testing that they did for, would you call it, for, you know, all of these nukes and stuff. Certain of those lands, you can't go there anymore.
No. You got the deforestation,
Yeah.
right? You got animals dying, going extinct and shit. This is you. You've helped to do all this, man.
Complete habitat loss. He goes to the bottom of the ocean, just has the net just go down to bottom of the sea, and he just drags. Well, I forgot the name for the technical trawling. Yeah, it just has the net, and it's just pulling up everything, destroying everything in its wake. He did that.
You know what's crazy? When you speak about the ocean, right? If you go to the time of whaling, the ocean was full with life. There was, like, you see the pictures of people that used to
farm that shit.
they overfarmed it. But what they did is because they killed the whales, you think there'll be more fish. No, there'll be less fish because the whales managed the fish from overeating.
It's an ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem.
Mosai made a complete ecosystem, man. He said it was good. Everything is in balance and in harmony, and Esau doesn't
It's
do
in
balance and
balance.
harmony. You know, everything cycles the way it's supposed to cycle, but Esau interrupts with that cycle, man, and fucks everything up.
Because there was a period of time before you had, sorry, you want to say something? There was a period of time before you had synthetic oils, so you'd use whale blubber, all of that. So they overfished the whales. The sea's supposed to be like, I mean, the seas are vast. The sea is vast. It's supposed to have so much life in there. You're supposed to go out there in the ocean. You're supposed to see porpoises, you know, dolphins jumping in and out of the sea, all of that. And you know, if you've been out there to the seaside, maybe you might see a sea lion or something like
I
that.
said, now you just see them beached on the beach.
Yeah.
The man just committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? Man, I fed up. Yeah.
Because he messed it up. And then also too, you got the thing where they take the feces, they put the pipes straight into the ocean. That's not going to be good for ecosystem.
Yeah.
The boats that turn over with the oil, That's gonna be way detrimental to the
The
ecosystem.
oil rigs that fucking explode and leak out.
Yep.
Oh,
You know, then-
Horizon, certain Horizon.
Oh, is
The
that
one,
what
the Gulf of Mexico
they- Yeah,
one.
yeah. And then they spin all that fucking correction shit in there.
Yeah.
And then they're dropping fucking uranium rods in there. You know what I mean? They're just
Yeah,
doing all
yeah,
kinds of
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
craziness, bro.
And then the creatures in the sea that can absorb these toxins. You
Yeah,
fucking
pass it
Eat
on.
them.
well, put it on a plate with a lime and lemon and shit.
But that's that whole Simpson, the three-eyed fish in the Simpsons, isn't it?
chips.
Yeah, salt and pepper chips and a fucking oyster. So
But that's what I'm saying. That's that whole
Food's a
Simpsons,
madness.
you know, the three-eyed fish
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
toxic
yeah.
plant, right? That's what we're all eating now. None of, like that's why it's say that you know we should eat our bread defiled,
defiled.
you know, amongst our enemies pretty much because everything's defiled. Everything, nothing is pure or clean anymore.
I have a precept.
After you.
It says Psalm 58:1. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness.
That's what you truly do. You work wickedness. You don't judge uprightly. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I add onto that and to carry on the food conversation? I think you posted a video about bread, the medieval bread, and how it's supposed to be a superfood. You know, the bread that we eat now is like the most poisonous thing you could probably possibly eat.
For real.
Spikes your insulin, hasn't got no nutrition, so you're literally eating bread that's gonna give you diabetes, turn you blind.
Yeah, for real. For
Bread.
real.
Food.
And it's,
Staple of life.
Staple of life.
Staple of food, like you know.
and it's funny, man,
Small
because
sustenance.
it's a conversation, man, I always have with my mother and other family members. I said, you guys act like diabetes is from the sky. Like, you know, I said,
Space dust.
You know what I mean? I'm sure, bro, I always say it. I'm like, bro, you eat bread, rice, all of that nonsense, but you be eating all of that, yeah, on a daily basis, and you think your the diabetes just it fell on your
Came out of
shoulder.
nowhere, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But-
But then even with the bread, with the wheat, with what's that one in the pocket for? The principle, all these things turn into evil.
Salt, oil,
Yeah.
fire.
Like, that's the craziest thing. Remember when we was going into research? Actual rice, actual bread, actual wheat.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It already has the ingredients to help
To
your
make
body
to balance it out.
exactly to actually
balance it
deal
out.
with the sugar, to
Which-
actually deal with the insulin spike. Like
Fiber.
exactly,
Fiber.
they have something called rice bran and wheat germ. It's the outside layer of the wheat.
It's
it?
a complete food. It's a complete package.
It's sold as supplements. It's actually I have some in my house now.
Yeah, dietary fiber is
Yeah.
supplements, but when
yeah.
the most, I sorry, I don't mean to
No.
interrupt.
No.
You got, it's an exciting topic because I've been going down this rabbit hole, and the deeper you go down the dietary rabbit hole, the more you realize the
Esau's
food
the devil.
is fucked, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucked.
Poison.
Food. Like the food was perfect before you touched it.
Yeah.
Rice in its purest form,
It's perfect.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like everything else because he sees himself as God. He thinks he can do things better.
And-
Right? But all basically what it boils down to is money
Yeah,
and destruction. That's
Yeah.
what it boils down to.
capitalism.
Yeah.
Because that's like, for instance, when you because I was, some of the things I would reason a lot with this brother over the food and that. So when you read Ecclesiastes 12, it speaks about the grinding being low, because back in the ancient world, and we saw it when we was back, would you call it, when we were younger,
Yeah.
that you saw that you wake up and the women are actively grinding the meal, right? So basically, this notion of having flour, stabilized flour, that has basically now got no nutrients left, because wheat, when it's processed, immediately starts losing
going off.
the nutrients, and then so then what we end up eating now is basically just emptiness, right? Because you always hear people, like even one of the guys I used to work with, and other people will be like, bro, when I go to China, when I go to Japan, bro, I lose weight. And those are countries that are high carb countries, right? You look at certain places where their diet is majority carb, but it's just the way they process the food.
And even that region that you mentioned, they say like a reason why they like have a lot of weight loss, even despite having carbs and that, like rice being a staple, because they have a lot of kelp, and a lot of that has
Fiber.
iodine,
I don't know.
which helps with thyroid
Thyroid.
gland,
Okay.
which helps with weight loss.
Okay.
Because people here in the West, because of the diet, they have
Underactive.
on the active one.
Yeah.
So which that all plays a part.
Yeah, and I believe as well, we said part of that was like their food. They have a lot of sour food
Yes.
as
Bitter.
part of that, bitters, and it was something like it opens up your system to start
your
processing.
digestive system.
Yeah.
Whenever your tongue takes bitters, it's like I want to excrete this out straight away. So your liver, which plays a part in how your body breaks down fat, is all waking up. Like the people here don't. Which my woman, I always curse her out about bitterness. She's like, it's bitter. I'm like, bro, you can't just live on sweet for the rest of your life. The body needs bitter.
You need balance, yeah.
You know, otherwise it, you know.
But again, bitter balance is not something Esau promotes.
Exactly.
Because he knows it leads to death and destruction.
That's nice. You know, women.
If I could say this, I was gonna say, you know, with a flour, back to the flour thing. So when they bleach the rice, you know, the reason why people become celiac, gluten resistance, is to do with profitability. So they basically had a variety of wheat that was like it was the normal variety of wheat, the ancient variety of wheat, and you would mill it, you grind it, but you gotta use it straight away, right? And then what they found out is they found this other variety of wheat now that's quicker to have a higher yield. But because of the way the protein is, that's gluten, right? The way the protein is structured within that particular wheat, yeah, it's gonna last longer on the shelf or whatever, right? But that's how your body's not really supposed to take that.
Can't break it down.
You can't break it down. Yeah, I forget how exactly he described it when I watched the video. Because you can't break it down, people now think that, boom, you're gluten resistant, but it's because your food that you're eating now is not the same food that your grandfather was eating. So your grandfather could eat bread, but the bread that we're eating now is totally different to the bread that he was eating.
But the Israelites are the problem.
yeah, that's crazy.
We did it.
The point you made is similar with milk.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when milk is pasteurized, there's it's called
Enzyme?
lactase.
That's it. It's an enzyme.
Yeah, I mean it's an enzyme that helps break down
The protein. Lactose. Yeah.
It's basically like an enzyme that breaks the protein, breaks down the protein in milk. I
The
know,
protein.
the protein in milk. But the point is, because of they've commercialized milk, like milk was normally localized. So the farmer across the street, you can go there with a tin, boss. He just, pumps it and that's it. But now, because of these major cities and they have to supply loads of people. That's why.
And this is what happens as well when Esau takes your ability to do things for yourself.
Yeah, land.
Yeah. Can I grab this real quick, just to get a precept out? It's Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord Yahweh said, "Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them."
So it's not a joke. It's not really saying it. It's real, bro. You read about it. You find out what Esau's done in industrializing food.
Yeah.
And what the wickedness is in it.
Bro, it's wicked, man.
Scary.
You know?
It's scary.
And why everyone's having health issues. But he makes a lot of money for providing you with meds, with chemicals to stain you.
Seed oils.
Yeah.
You know?
The fact that
those are bad for you, man.
the fact that the WHO, the World Health Organization, said, "Yeah, man, hey, these fat loss drugs are really great." It's like, what? You're supposed to be promoting going on a walk.
Yeah. Natural shit.
Natural stuff.
shit.
What was the seed oil? There's something about it that is bad for you.
I mean, it's definitely bad for you.
Yeah,
It's so-
but I was trying to remember what it was. There's something about it. They was even saying beef is better for you because it's got four stomachs.
Yeah.
Whenever you feed it, it doesn't. So you can feed soybeans to beef, but it don't take in the seed oil. But I remember the reason why the seed oil is supposed to be so bad for you. But it's pretty
Well,
bad.
Even just how it's just what a seed oil is made of. It's like, bro, like rape seed or whatever, grape seed oil. If you look at the seed, bro, the seed doesn't have a lot of oil. It's because it's crushed, it has bleach and thinners. It has many things in there that your body, quite frankly, does not know how to process.
To break it down. Right.
Because things like butter, olive oil, coconut oil, ghee.
It's like equivalent of plastic being in the world.
Yeah, it is.
The earth can't process plastic. You know what I mean? It's not a natural substance in this world. And it's a
It
bunch
takes
of
its time.
unnatural substances we be given to eat that the body don't process
Yeah.
at all.
It struggles to break it down, basically.
You
Yeah.
know, makes you ill.
And it makes you once again makes you think.
Obesogen.
It's like
That's
what?
what it's
Why?
Yeah.
It's like why go to that great length to get oil out of something that basically has no oil
Exactly.
when you've got so many other things? So,
Read that, publisher.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9 and from 26. Let me start from 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, again, food and everything that was made in creation.
Perfect.
The
for mental
Lord
use.
said it was good. It's Esau to turn into wickedness. Bro, you shouldn't have a cake and be plagued with demons. Have a cake, you're like, shit, man, I'm going off. Yeah, I mean, like, for
I've
real.
been there, boy.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, you have a cake, you're gonna go vomit. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that.
Hey, but it be literally putting demons on you.
Yeah, like,
The
shit.
chemicals, you be feeling depressed.
Yeah.
oh, high
feeling
fructose
good.
corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be feeling good, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let me just get. And
Yeah,
then
your whole mood.
Why does things don't work out for me, man?
You smash your shit.
Smash your shit.
No, it's because of that Danish.
Well, seriously, for anybody else watching at home, man,
Yeah,
just
for
watch what happens to your body when you take biscuits, cookies, all of that, especially in higher amounts. Just see how your body reacts. 20 minutes later, the demons come, bro.
Bro, I can't lie. I mean, this week for me, I've had a busy week.
Yeah.
You know, brothers know why.
Yeah.
I've had a busy week, bro. So, you know what I mean? I went off man's diet. I was like, man, what's wrong with me? Bro? For real.
They be putting spirits on you,
It's for
man.
real, man.
Yep.
Food is life, isn't it?
Yep.
Daniel.
But like bro was reading just now, like all these things were made for the good of men to
For
use,
the good of
right?
men to use.
But Esau abuses all these things.
Yeah.
Because he's the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Healing.
You know, we didn't have these, you know, these types of issues back then.
Oh, so the fact as well, I remember, which I'll look more into it, but it's like even the fruit, apparently, I'll just double checking up, but apparently the fruit that we have is sweeter than what it even should be.
Yeah.
So you be telling your children, yo, eat these fruits, but all that's doing is prepping them to have a sweeter taste bud.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, bro, there's I mean, obviously everything is in balance, isn't it? Like there's certain fruits that are seasonal. Some fruits grow in certain regions, you know.
Vary
because-
between regions
Yeah,
as well.
But, but now they're being breeded for that particular thing.
now they've been breeding for certain, you know what I mean?
Can I grab this?
Yeah.
It's from the AI overview, which I've been finding out. You should be very careful of the AI overview.
Very careful. Paints
Um,
any narrative you want.
yeah. But it says, yes, many modern fruits are bred to be significantly sweeter than their ancestors, thanks to selective breeding and genetic modification.
i.e. Esau.
Yep.
Because he's the gatekeeper for all that technology, right? Yeah.
It says, thanks to, so it says, which prioritize high sugar content for perceived quality, though this can sometimes reduce other nutrients like bitter phytochemicals,
Yeah.
while factors like climate and harvesting also play a role in sweetness.
Yeah, because some things that are bitter is because of us, like it's a certain nutrient that's making it bitter.
That's
know what I
very
mean?
important for you.
That's very important for you. Like,
Very important.
bro, like spirulina is one. It tastes like horrible. Like spirulina.
Understatement.
Yeah, funny enough, I actually have some of this. But spirulina, you know what I
Always
mean?
trying to fight them weak demons.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, bro. I probably got a chocolate. But point is though, it's like it tastes bitter, but if you go and look at the zinc, the minerals, and all these things, that's in it,
Breakdown.
it's just for a purpose, bro.
Yes.
And the problem is because Esau's introduced you to this new diet, and you can't tolerate that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you didn't know about all this high sweet shit, like you wouldn't even be that concerned
Yeah.
about all of that.
Yeah.
But because he's put you off of that diet,
Yeah.
like you can't stand to eat something that's
Bitter, yeah.
or,
You know
something
what
that's
the
good for you.
funniest thing is? One of my friends from one of my boys from Nigeria passed away. I remember all the time when we was coming up, and he always used to drink like English drinks, and I'll make him a drink. I'm like, this is nice, brother. That's too sweet. You couldn't drink it because he's coming from a different place, Nigeria. Where you gonna find sugar from in Nigeria?
That's hella racist.
Where you gonna find it? No, let's be real. Where you gonna find it?
Oh.
It's expensive.
Oh, but Salat, can I say something on that though? Where you can find it is in the baby food.
Yeah.
because what they do, because that's
They
what
get you hooked from young.
get you hooked from young.
Mm.
You know, and that's one of the things. Nestle is the devil as well.
It's the devil, yeah, it's the devil.
You know, and but that and that's what that everything that you're saying. Not I was joking, but it's true. But it's like everything you're saying is he's doing this on purpose so that from a young age, because what you eat as it gets you used to what you're gonna have in later life,
Yep.
right? So then if you're used to having super sweet stuff when you're young, when you grow up, as in when you're a baby, when you grow up, you're gonna be like, you know, this is too bitter. This is what all of this sort of stuff, you know.
And again, this is partly why Esau is Lucifer, because he's guiding the world in this way,
So that's the light of
which
the
is
wicked.
which is death and destruction.
That's understanding. You got understanding on I'm gonna get Psalms 83rd or something. Psalms 83rd chapter. But the guy has studied what Jake is into. He studied what Jake is into. He studied. He's figured out. Okay, the sweet thing, Jake can be.
So showed you that in their clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
It's in the chicken. And then the damn hair product.
Yeah.
Yeah, finish that.
Let's finish that.
As goes on 26, Ecclesiastes 39:26, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water.
Water, even that. Like there's something called hard water. Like hard water is like water that has like that, but then even like more minerals, like, you know, mountain water, spring water, where it has calcium, magnesium, potassium, which is in water. But what Esau does now, he like
Strips it.
distills it. It's too much, whereby those minerals are stripped out, and then he has it back in. Like even this bottle that I'm using for my smoothie, right? It says it's basically distilled, but then with added minerals after.
Yeah, or they call it in flour. They call it fortified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fortified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, if we just let things to be how it is,
Yeah.
and food now is too sterile.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's natural yeast and things that's in food that helps your body break it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is,
Bioavailability,
you can get that water that has all of the nutrients in it. So it costs you £2 a bottle, though.
The caveat is he'll put it in a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Just keeping estrogen into your shit.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, we need your help. So
That's it.
that's
all.
why the scripture says we're gonna eat poison and live.
And live.
Some of us have had some of the most terrible diets, and we just survived,
Bro, and it's poison.
It is actually poison. It's poison.
Like
Sugar's a poison, man.
Yeah.
They say sugar's more addictive than cocaine,
It is.
and sugar is more destructive, or as equally as destructive as alcohol.
Yeah.
You think about how much sugar people be eating on a daily basis.
Just don't get high off it.
Well, it's probably more. Do you know why? Because people have it sweet, have something sweet, and I don't think it's an issue. You know what I mean?
So you don't get high off it, but
Yeah.
it's just something you have an urge for.
Because everything has to be in balance. You can have fruit, you can have berries, you can have red meat or whatever it is, but it's all about portion sizes, man. Because how many times have you seen like overly strict raw vegans that have like literally over like, you know, like long-term vegans? Like obviously you can be a vegan, you know, if you choose to in your life for like a rolling kind of cycles. I mean, I've been a vegan, you know, before, but if you see like long-term vegans,
Lifestyle vegans, yeah.
like 15-year, 20-year vegans, bro. There's some of them, they literally waste away.
Because they're out of balance.
Animal fats and proteins is needed. It's a balance.
Yep.
The balanced diet. But if you want to do it for a period of time, that's up to you. Everyone's got their preference, but at the end of the day.
And if I'm not mistaken, you can't get B16 outside of meat, isn't it?
Yeah,
B16.
I think you're talking about. Are you talking about B16 or B12?
B12 maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, people get their
Supplements. For it.
B12 from like sea kelp.
Okay.
Because the weed and that, it absorbs it from the
Crustaceans.
yeah, the crustaceans, plankton, and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, that's still got a animal byproduct in some rights anyway. You know, I mean, it's all hearsay, innit? But even so, everything has to be balanced.
Everything has to be in its balance, yeah.
I mean, it was good. That's what the Lord said. Go ahead.
fire, iron, and salt.
Yeah, fire, and even salt. Salt as an industry, bro, is cooked.
Yeah.
Like, so there's information on your standard table salt, which is why brothers avoid that. But your standard table salt, there's some brands that have little shards of glass in them. You know?
It mentioned iron, and
iron, yeah.
which the things I'm talking now about, like for instance, with women, you have women that have issues with their periods or whatever, what have you, and then E, instead of actually helping to address the core and root problems, what will he give them? Oh, just take the pill.
Yeah.
That'll help with your periods. It's like, nah, actually there's a and some women, they get an even end up in an even worse situation from taking those pills. Well, I mean, don't be taking them, and just in general, but it's like taking the pills to try and prevent the iron deficiencies and stuff like that. You know, everything. Look, as we keep saying, when the Lord made it, it was good. You know, there are different ways to be solving all of those iron deficiencies than, you know, taking these petrochemicals, man.
Yeah. Just eat steak. You know what I mean? Like, because steak, if as an example, has the most available nutrients in food.
Yeah, Ease has normalized, because I've been seeing certain stuff. It will be like E has normalized PMS, premenstrual cycles situations, or whatever. And then I'll reading something. It was like in certain countries, women don't even get that. It's just like, what do you mean? You lot are dying and suffering from cramp, right? But it goes back to the food. It goes back to the way that Esau has designed the system,
Also,
right?
too, remember our cookware and our what's known as your cookware and your cutlery has changed over the last half century as well. Before you used to use, I remember actually using cast iron cookware, cast iron pots and all of that. I remember you used to get the I don't know, you from the island, so you know, you used to get the tankard, the metal tankard.
I went from the Osborne, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. But I don't know if you know the metal cup. Yeah, the metal cup.
Yeah.
That's better for you. Not the aluminium. The aluminium is terrible for you. That gives you dementia. But the metal cup, the steel cup, that's good for you because you're actually drinking in some of that iron. You used to have the cast iron cookware. Best thing you can invest in.
The fact that you saw how you fucking consuming
Sorry?
Teflons, man.
Copper's good. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, copper's good. But cast iron's good.
So, all in balance.
It's all in balance.
Precepts?
Yeah. It goes on to say, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat.
Yeah. Even wheat. I mean, brothers already went into that.
So these things are not bad. You know what I mean?
It's not bad, it's just how it's used.
I know when we talk about eating bread and all these carbs is bad, but we're talking about now. Like it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, man.
Yeah. It's really not the same.
It really isn't.
It's really
man.
not.
The bread we eat is not bread.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
some product.
it's bleach, bro.
Oh.
Like, they've actually distilled and stripped out all the nutrients that's needed to be there.
It's really bad.
You know, it's sort of how like there's certain organs in your body where you be like, oh man, it's not needed, and then you find out no, it's needed.
Operate the same way.
You know, or I mean, it's cool to just have one kidney if you need to. You know, I mean, it's like, how do you know? You know, Esau's the devil, man.
Honey, milk,
Yeah,
and the blood of the grape.
Yeah.
even honey. That's a big kind of industry of like, loads of scams.
Yes.
where people find out it's just high fructose corn syrup.
Because how do you verify these?
Yeah.
You're trusting. You're saying you don't trust the devil.
Blended
You're
honeys.
having to trust the product that they're selling you.
Yeah.
One of the things I heard as well, which once again shows you just how beautiful the Most High is,
Yeah.
is if you got allergies,
Yeah.
if you get local honey,
Yeah.
that helps with your allergies,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
Oh, almost like a natural jab. You know, because evil, you don't trust the science. So like, yeah, no. What the idea makes sense. This is that Esau's the devil.
The Most High is the science.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to say it. Like all the ways of knowledge.
That's right.
That's it.
You know, but you're moving all the way. You're moving away from the ways of the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah.
Because you don't. You hate it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because bro, like real honey, when you look into it, bro, it's like a miracle. Whereby food, like, are you like?
Because the bees take it from all different places,
Yeah.
and that you know.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
And real honey doesn't expire. It doesn't
Yeah.
spoil. Because that's why they find jars of honey 1,000 years old, you're still okay.
It could have been a manna from heaven, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's real like that. Like it's real like.
We need to prove that.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like and even they even compared gram by gram how white sugar is a honey, because gram by gram they have the same amount of calories and glucose. But then
Honey sweeter.
there was researching as to why honey doesn't spike your insulin as much as sugar, and they realized it's because of the other nutrients that's in the honey
That balances
out.
Wow.
It's the power of the Lord.
Just a whole bunch of mathematical equations.
Mathematical.
Most I just master.
Oh,
it, like.
quadratic equations, like balancing shit off.
And the most I just the master because he's creator. He knows how everything's made up. You know.
Well, he knows how he created your body.
Exactly.
He knows how he created your body, how your body
Just like when a
expects
man
energy.
creates a car, he knows how the car's supposed to work and what you're supposed to feed it, and you know you don't put anything in it. You know, it's a certain way it runs.
You put that thin oil in there, that super thin
it's-
oil.
It's just gonna
It's
fuck up.
yeah, you can mess up quicker. Yeah, man. The Most High knows how he made your body.
But he also questions everything
Mm.
because he thinks he's smarter, he thinks he's wiser.
Or in most cases, especially with the food industry, they know it's gonna mess you up, but they're in there for the quick buck.
Yeah. It's like the non-stick pants.
Not say pants.
They knew in the 40s that shit was gonna fuck people up, but all they did was pay
We've got this product now.
court cases after court cases after court cases.
Well, one thing you find out in the industry, quite quickly with how Esau's system works is, they have, they do an equation and they say, what's the most profitable way to go forward? Pay off or remove the product from the market. And in most cases, pay off is cheaper. And you're thinking the guy who's had a win day because he's sued a big massive company and got millions out of it. You're thinking that company is lost out. Nah, that was already, either they do it via insurance or they already factored it in and they've adjusted the price across the product to reflect that. So it's something that should have been £2, they're charging you £3 because they're anticipating
How many products?
lawsuits.
How much money can we make from these products?
Yeah,
And how much you know we're gonna have to spend in lawsuits or whatever.
lawsuits, yeah.
And then it's just simple maths at the end of the day. You know, they can make more money by doing that. They will.
100%. Wisdom of Solomon 7:17. For he have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements.
Esau's still trying to figure out how the earth is made and all these things were made, right? But men knew. But Esau don't respect what these men knew. You know, he wants to find out himself, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons, the circuits of years and the positions of stars, the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots, all such things that are even secret or manifest, them I know, but that proves all wisdom comes of our Lord.
Yeah.
Even the stars, the suns, the moon, the virtues of roots. Because every root has a purpose.
And what makes it even worse, like Esau does have a lot of knowledge of these things.
He
The
just
Most High
chooses-
give
yeah.
it to him.
Yeah.
Right, but he's like what I was about to say, he chooses not to use that. He chooses
Bro.
his own thing.
Like they knew, seed oils and stuff was first tested out on livestock, and then the farmers was complaining that our fucking cows are getting cancer, they're getting obese and dying. So the companies at the time was like, all right, well, if we keep giving this still to our livestock, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Because remember, like, farm stock have major scientists that actually study them, because you can't just have loads of cows just dying.
You have to check it out.
You have to actually investigate it.
But that's why it's good to say he's diligent.
He's diligent, bro.
He ain't just let it happen. Oh, we don't know. No,
Yeah.
he can look into it.
Yeah.
You know, You see how fucking inquisitive he was with the slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So Esau gonna look it up, innit?
Yeah.
That's what he does.
So then after he finally found out, you know what, these livestock are dying too fast because basically there was like these seed oils helped them get fat really quickly for slaughter. But the problem with that was they were just getting cancer, diabetes, and many issues. So what did Esau do? Any other normal person would be like, you know what? This is toxic to the livestock. Esau said, you know what? It's toxic to the livestock, but it's not being investigated on people yet. So let's now rebrand seed oils, which was once used in factories as lubricants for fucking cars and machinery. Let's now rebrand it as low fat and heart healthy, which was started in the 50s.
Yeah.
So that's when they started saying no cheese, no butter, and all them kind of things. But that I ended up with people getting more fat and obese. You know?
Yeah, no, I was saying, and then when you look into the FDA and all of that, and how they deal with big what they call it, big agro, that's straight up corruption. Yet those same guys will have the nerve, the audacity, the cheat to call other people corrupt. These are the corrupt, man. These are the wicked that rule the world.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I'm finished with that. Oh no, and actually I got more. Let me skip to the point anyway. He's talking about wisdom. Because he's talking about all the operations of the stars and all that. And then it goes to verse 224 and down. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and go through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath and power of the Most High, a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into it. So it says wisdom. You see how it mentions everything in the stars, operations, but then it says that it is the breath, of the Lord. That means the true wisdom is from the Lord.
That's right.
Even down to understanding the plants, man.
Well, Esau's always had the problem with doing as he's told. All the way back to Cain, he just couldn't do what he was told, and this just led him down his path of destruction, man. And that's why everything he produces, everything that he does, leads to death. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said that, he says, a force balance is an abomination. Everything has to work in balance, man, for you to live. That's wisdom. But Esau, like I say, it doesn't promote balance, man. He brings up things so that he can profit off, but you can be destroyed by it. Kind of.
This is the book of Genesis 1, episode from 11. And Most High said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and Most High saw that it was good.
Right? Most High made everything that we needed here ready for us. It didn't need altering, didn't need genetically modifying, and all this fucking stupidness. Oh yeah, but it's not resistant enough, so I need to, give it some jelly deal, so it can be more resistant in this weather. You didn't need to do all that, man. You just need to follow the laws.
Yeah.
You just need to follow the laws, man, and your crops would have been blessed.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to pump the fucking earth for the fucking fertilizer and shit. But that's what you've done.
Because there was also that thing that I came across about how, certain food you're not even supposed to, if it's out of season, it's better that you don't have it. You get more benefit of a fruit that it's, when you have it in season. Because it's like,
There for that purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're here having bananas in the middle of winter. It's like bananas don't even grow here.
But this is the thing, because now we've become a global world now, right? So we got this economy moving here. Like, you're taking bananas from one place to another. How the fuck is it getting here? Right?
Exactly.
You have to do extra stuff. You have to do extra stuff even to get it here.
Yep.
And we're consuming it when we don't really need to be consuming it.
And it's being harvested before it's fully ripe.
Yeah.
And I think it's not. I think they then spray nitrogen on it to then have a quick growth spurt. Just before it gets put on the
That's
shelf.
not how things are supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And there's consequences to that. And he's a no, he's just not gonna fuck, you know what I mean?
bro. Like that, and that's why a righteous world needs to be established because people don't even have to eat, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people who struggle with their weight, but they can be doing something that they think is healthy, and it's not.
Even how we cook things back in the ancient world, everything took long.
Everything took long.
Everything took long. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to actually, you know, butcher your animal or whatever, and you have to, you know, skin it and do all this stuff.
Yeah, bro.
You know, you have to do all of that. Yeah, catch the chicken, right?
Yeah, man.
Get the bucket and all these things, right? Got it, you know, empty.
Got it. Yeah.
It's a long process, man. And then when obviously it didn't stay for very long. It didn't, you know.
Yeah.
It got its 2 weeks shelf life and that. Like you have to consume it, but if it's something you'd eat,
Yeah.
you know, it might be like one big meal, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But as part of Esau's thing, once again, this going to this whole
Easy
thing about
access.
coming to him for want of all things, basically, right? Because once again, I think about if any of us were just given a chicken right now, we wouldn't know what the hell to do with it.
No.
I would.
To be honest,
Okay, if any of us was given a cow right now, we all love lamb. But the point I'm trying to make is he's taken knowledge out of the world. I remember, what do you call it? I was at, visiting my mum's, right? And then basically she was talking to me about a local lady that was, when she was giving birth, right? She, she was worried because the hospital was closed. And I was like, wait, this is the place where I would expect women to still have that knowledge on how to birth a child.
Here's the kicker. You was born in a house, bro.
Exactly, yeah.
I took it home myself. I think I'm joking.
But it's real. Like, but that knowledge more and more is out of the world. So it's like now let's be real. Most of us will be scared to have the what you call it, to have that home birth, because you're like, oh shit, whatever. What would I do? This, that, and the other. But that's knowledge that was in the world, and Esau's purposely removed that so that more and more people become dependent on him.
Yeah. Like even now, man, if you have a newborn and him being circumcised, like now you have to pay to go to clinics or whatever to circumcise. When the circumcision was at home.
Mm-hmm.
On the 8th day. That means everything was already
Prepped.
There was somebody already there, local. No matter if the baby was late, early,
Yeah.
somebody had the knowledge in the
family,
in the village.
Yeah. And it says, this is Ecclesiasticus 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
So do you think Esau wisely instructs his people?
No, he doesn't. Man.
Why are people so fucked up?
You're telling people to take Ozempic, which was based upon a damn lizard. If you go and look into it.
Oh man, I was watching 92 or 72 Dangerous Animals. It's on Netflix. It was either the America one or the Asia one. Yo, it'll be like, yeah, and this snake will kill you, but it's been used to make this medicine. This other lizard will kill you, but it's been used to make that. And you're like, wow.
You see the horseshoe crab.
Yeah,
Horseshoe
yeah,
crab
yeah.
looks like something a witch would pick out.
Yeah.
It looks like something a witch would pick out. But that, apparently that's
the max.
the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, they were taking blue blood from a
Yeah,
crab.
yeah,
That was that,
yeah,
innit?
that's
Yeah,
some-
madness,
that
bro.
is
Now,
some
how do you
witch-
know and find that out?
That's some witch. That's
So
some
he's
witch
making
stuff,
your own
man.
thing, bro. He's literally
Yeah, bro,
injecting
it's
on thing that's
crazy,
into you, bro.
It's actually
That's
crazy,
wild.
man.
Blue blood from a horseshoe crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DNA from,
That's some witch
ended,
potions, bro.
Smoothies,
Yeah, witch potions.
People.
Yeah.
It says, as the judge of the people is himself.
I don't know, maybe a brother drunk made that creature.
Yeah, let me bring it
That
up.
you?
Well, look, hey man, at the end of the day, it's got its purpose.
Yeah, it's got its
You know,
purpose.
it's doing what it's
It
supposed to do.
ain't V'ing you though, innit?
Yeah.
V'ing you from fucking
Yep.
the CV.
It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such as all that dwell therein. It makes me think of Esau. Remember, this guy couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. You know, he was just like, oh man, I'm gonna die. My birthright, I don't care. It's just that now. Quick.
Quick win spirit.
And that's Esau, man, as a whole.
Yep.
You know, like it's like, well, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean, if you want to lose weight, go on walks, change your diet, and wait about 6 months. Because when it comes to weight loss, man, if you want to change yourself, it only takes about 6 months of discipline. What does Esau say instead? Nah, fucking Ozempic.
Well, a lot of people have been.
A belt right in the Just take out ribs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Liposuction.
What do you call it? A lot of people have been commentating on the fact that you had a lot of this body positivity stuff, but all that went out the window when Ozempic became mainstream. Now Lizzo's got skinny.
Skinny, but the
She's
big
fine
head.
now. She look
I
good.
know.
She's a little bit, oh, man.
It's still on trial.
Yeah, it's still on trial.
He still lost the trial.
Yeah.
The beat's still on trial, bro.
But then now there's all reports on people who taking that going blind.
Well, it's an age-old thing. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, you know what it is. It like it might give
And the government's backing it.
the government's back it. No one wants it. It probably might give you abs, but your pineal gland might grow. The damn spirit, it will be somewhere else, man.
You become allergic to all foods.
Yeah. Isn't it? You know,
One thing I did notice with that though, I find it fascinating that, you know, whatever God you worship, you start to look like him. So we worship Yahweh Hashem outside, right? So we got beards on our face, right? We take that image on, and you see these actors and everything. They worship demons, right? And you see now with the Ozempic thing, they look more and more decrepit, demonic. You see their cheekbones, they're wasted away. They look like real demons now.
Yeah. Oh, the black chick from Wicked, man.
Yeah, man. She looked
Oh,
like
she
a
looked.
demon.
Yeah, she
looked
just.
like a demon.
Whatever happened to her, bro?
She was on Ozempic. All of them are
Yeah.
Kelly Osbourne.
Yeah.
She looked fucked up too, man.
Kelly Osbourne.
Yeah, I don't know if she's
I haven't seen that.
She looked fucked up, man.
Yeah, they look like right demons right now. Throw in a couple of tattoos in there and some ill-placed earrings and that, or nose rings. And you can see who they worship. You can see who they bow down before to. I just find that fascinating. Like, you look at Elam. Elam dresses up like the six-legged elephant or whatever, right? And these celebrities, if you really look at them and you understand the demonic things that they're into, you kind of start to see they got that visage of that demonic look now, especially now with this weight loss thing. They really got that real.
It looks weird.
It looks real demonic. Like,
lean,
ooh.
but you got a big head. It looks weird, bro.
but that's
weird.
because that's the thing. What the brother's saying that jokingly, but it's even when people would get the liposuction, the gastric bypass.
Yeah, they look weird.
You look weird, but the thing is, it's like your body is designed to lose weight in a certain time frame. Like, I've seen someone who got the gastric bypass and they just had a flap, man. They had a flap of fat, bro. It's like, yo, and they be walking or running, or you hear. It's like, bro, but that's because it's unnatural. There's a way, there's a process. Your body is supposed to do certain
It's
things.
like that fucking the Wishmaster, man. What that fucking genie. You can't actually wish here, but it's bare consequences.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted?
Esau.
Shit, man, that's Esau.
Oh, what they call it? They call it the monkey's paw. Monkey's paw.
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I got more on this.
Lose weight. Yes. Pineal can bless. Consequential.
It says, and this is verse 3 of Ecclesiastes 10. And unwise king did destroy his people, but through the prudence of them.
And that's everything that we've been speaking about. Is total people destruction, including himself, his own people. And like the scripture says, there's a precept that's going to come to mind in a second. It goes something to the effect of, if Yahweh Shai wasn't going to come anytime soon, there will be no flesh left to save. I mean, in every metric, air, water, food, just everything.
Mind.
Big pharma. Mind. Your mind is destroyed out here, man. Your mind is destroyed out here. You ain't supposed to be on Instagram just scrolling. I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm saying you ain't supposed to be
It's
just...
not good for your mind.
It's not good for your mind.
Yeah.
Go on.
I know. I was gonna say because we experienced this before, where it's like in other countries you don't just walk around and see ass everywhere. The fact that here in the West, like you be trying to go gym, especially these new yoga pants.
But they
Now-
make the yoga pants right up the crack of our
Right,
ass.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I ain't looking. We're all men here.
should be on
but,
display.
but this is the thing.
That's
You don't
fine.
know who this woman
yeah.
belongs to. You don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
this
She's on her
person.
period.
Exactly.
You don't know nothing. She's just on a stepmaster. You're trying to warm up for your. You're trying to warm up now, but your mind is in the wrong place.
Exactly.
Blood going to
Yeah.
the wrong places. Though.
And you know they did a study. They said they did an MRI scan on people's mind, and they basically showed a woman
Fully clothed.
fully clothed and then
Yeah,
a
yeah,
woman
yeah.
fleshly. And your mind, you're in a totally different mindset when you see flesh.
Yeah.
You're in the like the scripture talks about the flesh, and then it talks about the spiritual man. It puts you in a fleshly state when you start seeing too much ass like that, man.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of trouble out here with women and all of that. Because every time you see a woman, instantly you're in the flesh.
That's why
Exactly.
I say it's an adulterous generation.
Exactly.
You know, it's being paraded around all the damn time.
Exactly. And it's like, what is that doing to your circuitry? Where it's like constant.
It's overstimulation.
It's
You don't
overstimulation.
know
Yeah,
yourself.
it's so constant. We'll be walking. We don't even realize we're being stimulated until you come back from a place where you don't have that stimulation. You're just like, whoa, there's ass everywhere. You know, which it ain't right. You know, and not just like, but on the spiritual level for the points that the brother was making. So you don't know who this woman is, but you've just seen cheeks just do that. Like as a man, your eyes are gonna see it.
They're maybe doing some of the most provocative of exercises as well.
Yeah,
That
that one
What-
exercise.
So,
Yeah.
so new exercise you never seen before.
the coochie stretcher exercise.
Yeah, but these times they'll have a camera posting to TikTok. Oh my God, he's looking. What you-
I've seen everything.
Bro, it's fucking getting
not
cold
mystery.
now. These bitches still have their asses out.
Yeah.
Tits out. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's just straight camel toe shirt. And it's like, come on, man, these kids around here, man. What are you doing?
Kids in the gym.
No, but even walkies, you know how it is in summer. There's a point in England. It's around April to June where you start seeing the camel toe all over again, and it's like, yo, a man couldn't walk around doing that shit, man. You know, we're going again showing you that spirit of Greece and Rome.
Yeah, it's very Greek, bro.
It's very Greek. Very Greek.
It
Very
says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
So can I add something to that? So there's a Native American saying, it goes something to the effect of a leader pretty much when he makes a decision,
Next verse.
pretty much when a leader makes a decision, they used to think, okay, how's this going to affect my people 2-3 generations from now? That's just gone.
Ahasuerus and Esther. You know, when his woman basically tried backing him up or whatever, she didn't come. He
said, look, man, let's shut that down.
Exactly.
Let's it be an evil.
Exactly, and that's what was great about that is that he had a council of men that were like, all of them was like, yo, if she
stop
can
that
do
now.
this, yeah,
Imagine how it's going to be
Exactly.
in a certain amount of time. And that's the thing with Esau's society.
Mhm.
It's a perpetual state of just lawlessness. You could do whatever you want. There's no thought about consequences for your actions.
Again, that's that light, that Luciferian light that he travels with. You know, do as thou will. He's promoting the ways of death to you, man, as if it's something great. You know?
It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over one that is profitable.
And this way that we hold, which is these scriptures, man, is profitable to all men ultimately, right? Because it's given to us as you know, for us to be perfect and to us to live in a prosperous way, right? But this world has been kept back from that for this moment in time, right? So they don't know how to live right, and they see they need a ruler, beginning with Yahushua, to rule over them, to give them the right way. That doesn't make them like, you know, the Lord's chosen people or nothing, but this world is in disarray because they don't have the truth. The world needs the truth, right? Because they've been going back to the beginning and they've been covered with all these fucking lies, you know? And so Yahushua is going to come and dispel all that darkness, all those lies, man. And the world is going to have truth for the first time ever.
oh, truth shall flourish.
That's right. Right, but it's going to be headed by Yahushua and the Israelites, man. This is where the truth is, where you're going to receive the truth from. Right now, we're getting truth from fucking Trump.
Through
You know,
Truth Social.
yeah. Truth from Trump, right? And he ain't got nothing to say full of shit. You know, he's just full of shit. You know, you're gonna get lies from him.
Yep.
But this is what happens when you got wicked leaders and stuff, man. They're gonna give you bad information, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? They give you bad information.
Fake news. It makes me think about
Fake news.
the 40 years of peace under King Solomon. Like when he was ruling, you had many heathens come from afar.
Yeah.
To come and get the breakdown. Oh, so what do you think I should do? How should I manage?
To have a more profitable state of living.
Exactly.
Why would you go to another guy and say how you do something else unless you wanted a better result
Exactly.
than you're already getting?
Exactly.
And what better result would you get if you go an empire?
Yeah.
More people,
Yeah.
more food, more produce,
Yeah.
more creativity, more art, more music. This is profitable. That's
Because even things like land service, which is simple,
Yeah. It's
the
very.
Esau
it's-
don't
yeah.
do, and these other nations don't really do.
Yeah.
But if you incorporate this with, with this and that, other things in the law, guess what? Things are gonna work better for you, man.
The question. Imagine you can only imagine what was happening
Yeah.
in that chamber.
Yeah.
What questions Queen of Sheba was asking?
Yeah.
How do I get a better yield on wheat? King Solomon said, no, you're over farming.
Yeah.
Move to the next batch. You're doing too much.
Get rest.
Yeah, for real.
Every time I set this type of group of people over this happens. Boom, boom, boom. No. You gotta
I
manage
see,
it like
I see,
this.
I see. You got mixed linen in your clothing, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
kinda, all these different types of things that we could be, men could have. They didn't have, but they're gonna understand these things in the future, man. But we're gonna be the light of the world at that point in time.
Bro, and look, that's deep. That shows you that, like, really, man, Esau, he's tried, obviously he's wiser than Daniel, but like, he's really not on the Lord's level at all.
No.
Because he was King Solomon and he knew the operations of the stars,
Wow.
the virtues of roots.
Wow. Wow.
Man, Esau's a slow coach, man.
But then he's no, he didn't really understand because we know more now. We got telescopes and all this.
So you think?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the hubris, though. That's the pride you have. You believe that.
But that's why I gotta say Tesla's gotta be a Jake because you give credit to.
Yeah.
Give to the Most High. Because when you really come up on levels, if you don't still, let's say you got a textbook and you're writing your textbook, you're putting down your science and the guy steals it, obviously he's gonna go around the world saying I did it. But if you're really the guy that came up with it, you get to a point where you're like, no, I didn't do that. That had to come from somewhere else. That's been divinely inspired. And dude used to say he had vivid dreams about how certain things used to operate and how it used to work. So imagine the dreams and the visions King Solomon used to have. Direct plug from the Most High. He said, okay, this is how I've set up the stars, and this is the reason for it. And then you wake up in the morning like, rah.
Can I grab this? Yep. It was quoted earlier. It says 2 Ezra 6, 27 and 28. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Deceit's gonna be quenched, man. Upon Yahweh Shai's return, and that profitable kingdom is set up. Deceit, the lies, right, that you get fed on a daily basis. This is supposed to be good for you. This is supposed to be beneficial for you. This is how we're gonna conduct ourselves upon the earth. That's gonna be quenched out, man. The idea that you could just do whatever you want without consequences on anything. Like you go on a train, anybody could just disrespect you. You think you're gonna have that in the kingdom?
No way.
Your kids can talk back to you.
Men,
What?
Men lose all their wealth because, their wife caught them talking to another woman. When the kingdom,
Even worse than that.
She had to change her
Even worse
mind.
than that. Here it is, you built up assets, wealth, resources, right? And she decides she likes some guy from the gym, some any dudes, and then she's gonna buy this guy a car.
Yeah.
She's gonna buy this guy a house
hard end.
with your hard end. That's an injustice. Man.
And so like because I was looking at earlier on, a big part of that as well is the fact that Esau has these women on the pill.
Yeah.
When a woman is on a pill, she's in a state of hormonal pregnancy, and the kind of man a woman is attracted to on hormonal pregnancy is not the same man that she's attracted to when she's regular, which is why she will actively be more attracted to a more feminine man, which is what you see out here. And then women will, because a funny clip came up, it was like, yeah, when I came off the hormonal birth control, right, I just broke up with my guy. I was like, who is this nigga? She was saying she was wearing the same clothes as him and shit like that, man. But you can see in that state, if she's in that state, she's not going to see anything wrong with that. But as soon as she starts getting normal again, she's going to be like, what the?
So that's the deceit. That's part of the deceit, man. Part of the deception. Part of the lies that gets pushed out here, that you and your woman is equal. Your kids have rights within your household, right? Any man could just roll up in your household, take what they want to take, and you can't defend yourself. That's lies, bro.
It's not order, it's disorder.
That's disorder. That brings forth more death. That brings forth a lack of, like, what do you mean somebody could just take whatever they want and I can't do nothing about it? That's wild. That's wild. You mean to tell me if I'm walking down the road and I've got the latest Samsung whatever, right? The one with the 15 cameras on it.
Yeah.
A nigga on his bike could take that and I can't chase him down and have retribution. Brother, that's wild.
That's Esau.
That's Esau, but that's the world of lies that Esau's put, where he's the one that is the judge, the jury, right, and the executioner. The offender. If he wants to kill you, he can kill you. It's all right. He spin a narrative.
Well, the wonderful thing, isn't it? You see him, you go see him first.
Yep. Vicious. Says verse 28 says, as for faith it shall flourish, corrupt.
The faith that we have in this truth is going to flourish. The more injustices that we see, the more we get deeper into these scriptures and say, okay, this is going to be the man that the scripture says in Ephesians, that the man is going to be revealed in the end times. The more deception, more lies we see, the more our faith grows, because we become more confident, not only that the solution must come, but also too that this guy is the devil the Bible speaks about. We become, when I see what's going on in the world and I see Esau doing his thing, I'm like, yeah, man, I can stand on the conviction that this guy's the devil, man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks about. How could it not be?
But this is the thing, Esau just gets the benefit of the doubt all the damn time, man. Right? One or two Jakes do the same thing 2 times. Yeah, it's all of them. Esau does a million different things. All of them be doing it, whether it's the Greeks, the Romans, whatever. Yeah, you know, there's always a reason why Esau's done it. Right, well, we'll tell you the real reason. He's the devil.
Why it don't matter, he did it.
Yeah.
And that increases that boosts our faith, that the scripture says in the book of Psalms 58th chapter, right? This is the patience and the faith of the saints. When we see Esau, right, and we want to exact vengeance upon him, our faith is boosted, man. We visualize the days of vengeance. We see the injustices, the lies, the deception, the audacity, the cheat, the nerve.
We just have to be patient.
We just have to be patient.
You know, because we know Esau's gonna get what is coming to him, man. The Most High's gonna do it for us, man. You know, but it's you know, for us it's a matter of fact, right? It's not a question that we have to discuss whether or not he is or he isn't. You know, the man of sin.
Man of sin.
You know, we ain't got,
If
we ain't
not,
asking
where
them
and who is he?
We're not asking them type of questions anymore. You know?
Sorry, my apologies. Like, you've been playing the Table of Nations, right? So you look at Elam and say,
Guess who it is?
is Elam the devil? Well, it kind of pisses me off. They do make good curry. What evil have they done over the time? Well, they did evil there. But you know what? Boss man's all right still, you know? You move on to the next one.
Just spray him a couple times.
A couple times. No, that is an injustice. You're gonna spray. Elam's gonna, yeah. I don't know. Elam,
we're gonna have to teach him hygiene, man.
But that's why the scripture says he shall set up one who's profitable, man.
That's it.
To take Elam, yo, come here, man. Yo, that's links, you know.
or just make every one of them. You know how like the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
Just make it mandatory every day.
Jokes aside, you know what it is with Elam? This is one thing you learn when you're in the Caribbean, right? Or when you watch one of them chefs. You don't walk out the house with the same clothes you cooked in.
Fucking
Yep.
sleep and that shit.
Yeah.
Just come to work.
Come to work. You come to work, you're like, man, I can feel like a tikka masala today. I don't know where that food came from. No, I say that from yesterday. Some Elam pissed me off, man. I was in there, man. He smelled like he smelled like
It smelled like he was in the field.
A mixture of funk and masala, bro.
It says 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High.
It's a righteous thing. It's right.
So what we want is righteous, man.
It's right.
We're not gonna be guilted into feeling bad that we want the things that the Most High promised us, man.
Worse yet.
Fuck that.
Worse yet. When Esau had the power over the earth and he did evil unto everybody.
But this is why I'm glad they're owning it now. These devils that say, yo, it's good that it happened. It's good. Keep the fucking energy, man. As soon as it comes to you, man, we're not gonna know fucking mercy, bro.
That's right.
Yep.
We're not gonna feel bad. You ain't gonna make us feel bad like it's wrong. No, you deserve everything that's about to happen. Man.
That's the spirit, because they went from no, it was my forefathers to fuck it was me.
Good. Because when the chains come out, bro,
That's it.
ain't no pleasing, bro. Don't please nothing.
That's it.
No, please don't. Mercy. No, that's not for you. It's not for you. Yeah.
That's right. It's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation.
Tribulation. Tribulation.
Bad times,
Bad
evil
times.
times, man. That we suffering under you devils, man.
Suffering.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad knees, bad back,
yeah.
health, work. It's tribulation, and that's just this lifetime. This lifetime, really, when you think about it, with the exception of the understanding the time of Jacob's trouble is coming upon us, and that's going to be bad. But this lifetime, in comparison to the last 300, 400, 500 years, we kind of had it easier. Save that it was going to be the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
kind of had it easier. Imagine if the Most High allowed us to see all the tribulation from the past generations. You might have been, you might have been cutting in a field. You looked up just to see who's around. You saw a Becky, and that's it. You never had 2 feet again. Master chopped 1 foot off.
Yeah.
You might have been whistling, and they said, "Nah, you was whistling at Sandy." That's it. They gouged your eyes out. When you read the scriptures and you read some of the history, and you see certain brothers that was put in the frying pan, bro.
Yeah, frying pan, melted.
Yeah.
Heard your own skin sizzling like it was a piece of chicken.
For real.
I was reading to my boy about Antiochus the other day, man. And just the wickedness that these men are on, bro. Like how they tormented us and tortured us, man. It's not a fucking joke. It's graphic and it's real.
Yeah.
You know,
Hanged
these,
infants.
yeah. These were-
Yeah, that's bad.
that's what these men were doing. to us,
Alligator
man. For what?
babies.
Just because they wanted to exert their power over us,
Yeah.
man.
But and then once again, it's that hypocrisy because now once again they act like they're the saviors of women and children. It's like, nah, look at your history. Look what you did. Look what you did to the Israelite woman, man. They look into gynecology, the origins of gynecology is experimenting on the Israelite woman with no anesthetic,
That's fake.
right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
but Eve deserves it, man. Eve deserves it. Fuck Eve, man. No, I'm sorry. Fuck Eve, man. Eve's the worst, man.
Yeah.
Eve and Esau, those are two.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those are the real niggas in the world, man. Fuck Eve, man.
But Esau's wicked.
Yeah, but
Esau's
Esau's
wicked.
yeah, and Esau's gonna pay for all of that, man.
Yeah.
You know,
We don't see Sarah in the kingdom.
Yeah.
That's what that matters.
but even when we speak about that account, right? You had the faithful Israelite women that were basically saying, look, man, we are gonna circumcise our children, and they knew that meant their death. But yet nowadays Esau's gonna come up and be like, oh yeah, but the women.
Only because, like, again, this is not. It's going to play again in the future, right? Because we didn't want to abandon our laws, right? They wanted us to submit to their laws, their ways, right? Same thing with this MOTB. It's the same thing. They want you to depart from that old way because he don't want you to do religion no more. He wants you to listen to him.
Can. And you know what thought that just came to my mind? I was thinking about it during the week as well, right? Is how to the modern world, to the modern person, the idea of dying because you didn't want to eat pork is crazy.
Yeah, that's out there for them.
Crazy.
That's out there for them.
Bro, you get certain people that look, man, I need my bacon. you get people that like that.
That's a demon.
You
That's
know?
a demon.
But dude,
And that's
that
also part of the tribulation because
Yeah.
you got to understand there's a reason why Jake don't feel no certain type of way about bacon right now or pork chop right now because you've been fed a mental picture of what food's supposed to look like from the day you was born, and every meal has always had some form of bacon in there.
yes.
That's the mental picture. That's the mental image you've been fed as a child. Like, think about it. When you watch the KFC advert, what's on there? Bacon, XYZ. You go to Greg's. What's in there? Or what gets pushed on the Greg's menu? Pork.
Sausage roll.
Like your whole idea of food in the West is warped.
But especially when you come to the upmarket food. The upmarket food is all abominations.
But specifically to the pork, which is with reference to the precepts and the ideas that we're working with, that's an idea people right now they wouldn't even understand that we were so far removed from that we was willing to die.
Exactly.
That's the mental tribulation that we're going through that Jake doesn't even understand that.
Yeah.
Funniest thing is when you come off of the pork, your mind changes and you smell it like, oh,
Disgusting.
it's
Yeah.
nasty.
feel like vomiting straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boiled
You know.
pork, man. That's boiled pork is vile, bro. That thing is vile. It's nasty. When you smell, yeah. Like you're just making pork stew. They're
Pork
making
stew.
yeah, beef, like beef. You know, people make beef stew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never had it.
Somebody was one of the clients I was looking after. They had got like a pork stew. Man, I nearly threw up, bro. With that carrots and everything, and you can smell the carrots, but you can smell the pork at the same
I
time.
can't remember the last time, bro. I smell.
It's proved to me that it's a demon. It's
Yep.
a demon. That meat really is one of the worst meats.
I mean, like, you know when you see like lamb, you know, like or beef, it actually looks like it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
When you see that, like that, you know, market where her brothers go and buy, you know, meat and that. One time I was there, just see a pig's head in the fucking. That shit
Nasty.
look demonic.
It looks like a horror movie.
It looks like a horror movie, man.
Yeah. But I wanted to build on that point though about in this world, that idea of our forefathers died for not eating pork. People be like, why don't they just eat the pork? Those are the same people that are going to, why don't they just take the chip? Because to them, they're just like, it's just tech.
It's literally the same story.
You know?
It's just more advanced now.
Yeah.
Say, you know, Trump or whoever, you know, is going to play the role of anti-ocean, forcing people to do this thing. You know, and those that don't want to do it, like Scripture say, those that they would that should. No.
Those mind that should not reign over them.
No, that's how I'm trying it. So,
Okay.
Love not their lives to death.
Yeah.
Love not their lives.
No, not that one either. You know, Revelation 13, those that would not worship
the image of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so the same sort of situation, right? Those that wouldn't worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? So if you're rejecting this mark of the beast now because you don't want to be a part of this system, well, guess what? That's a tough decision to make, right? Whether you're gonna, you know, die or take it and live on, right? And that's the same kind of predicament that the Israelites were given. You're either going to continue in believing, you know, following your customs or whatever, and die, or you're going to abandon them and you got that, yeah?
No,
Oh, you got something?
I have a quick research.
Yeah, can't. Go.
Right, this is Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer the affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Why though? Because he believed in the word of Yahweh Hashem Shai.
Can I add something to that? I want to emphasize the word a season. A season. So he understood via faith that kingdom that he was in, he could live in a lap of luxury, but ultimately there was already something that set up
That's better.
that was going to supersede that. The same thing now. It's like, okay, why enjoy the pleasures of this world, the flesh and all of that for a season? We'll say if the scriptures, Esau was going to be allowed to rule for a little season. Esau was going to rule for a little season. So hey, these guys are going to take the chip for about 2-3 days. When you think about it, we know when the chip comes, everything's moving swift. Everything's moving swift.
You know what I can't wait for, man? People are, we need to eat. Let's take the thing, and then they get the thing, and then he's like, I ain't giving you food.
Run out. That's the thing. Run out. And now you're catching all kind of illnesses and
That's it.
cancers and shit. Suffering.
So more so now you made yourself an enemy to the Most High.
That's it, man.
And
It's
you-
double trouble.
I don't imagine it's gonna be a long time when that chip is, from the time that chip is made mandatory to get Yahweh Shai coming. Because remember, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out there in the sticks. I don't imagine we're gonna be out there for 15 years. 6 months. I think it's gonna come and be mandatory, and it's gonna be moving swift. I don't want to put a time frame on it, lest the Most High, the Most High is gonna do it. However, he's gonna do it, and we gotta live by faith. But imagine taking the chip you gave, especially guys that was in the truth.
I've a bit more after this.
Especially guys that was in the truth. Especially guys like, there's certain guys that were saying, what if you want a lamb chop?
Yeah, it's dumb.
And you're going to take the chip for like 2-3 days, couple weeks at tops.
But whose
That's
God is their belly? That's
whack,
what
bro.
we're gonna find out, man. What you really believe in, you know? Because I say you're gonna be, you're gonna take that chip. We're not gonna be talking about who's of the elect then, or who's not of the elect. Because it's evidently none of the elect are gonna come from them, man. That got the chip. You man, you be ruled out, Yep.
It says, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach.
Sorry, so it says the pleasures of sin And that's what a lot of people are going to be taking this chip for, just for the pleasures of sin. What was people doing with the CHI, with the jab?
Yeah, that's what they did it for.
They weren't doing it because,
Yeah.
you know, I can almost understand a guy that says, look, I wanted to keep my job, whatever, right? Okay, you're livelihood, but you're still going off. But more times people took the stab and jab because they wanted to maintain the pleasures. Sex tourism, go
Holiday.
abroad, holiday, all of
Clubs,
this.
clubs.
Why are people going to holidays? So they can freak off. So they can maintain their life of sin. Same thing that was happening in Moses' time. He was looking at them, he's like, bro, yeah, this is the so-called luxury, but what they're using that luxury for? They ain't furthering profitability within the earth.
That's it.
They're furthering iniquity within the earth because you know them Egyptians were freaky, man.
Come on.
I gotta remember them gods that my man polite worships. What's this guy, man?
Horrors.
The guy with the thing that nutted and made the world.
Geb
Geb and Nut, that's the one, man. Geb and Nut, man. How could you look at Geb and Nut and think, yeah, this is gonna be, I'm gonna stick with this shit? That's mad.
Yeah, but you mentioned idols, right? But that's it. That juice was an idol. Like we just said, like people
Became
lived
salvation.
And you remember, people had stickers. Grown adults were walking
they had
around
stickers.
with
Yeah, no, they
stickers
had-
saying, "I got it."
Yeah, but you had people. I had one dude. I should have knew this. That this dude was a flamer. But this dude posted on his Instagram. This was his grand point of masculinity. He protested on his Instagram page. Just take the damn vax. I was looking at this shit like, bro, you've been so emasculated. It's ridiculous.
Bro.
If you're posting that up on Instagram as your you gonna stand for the people. Just take the damn shit.
Bro, like, it was so bad, bro. Like, bro, I'm seeing grown meatheads. Like, no, like, listen, like, it actually got to the point, if you didn't take the max, it's like, you're justified in dying.
Yeah,
Remember that time, it was like,
yeah,
if you get sick and you don't have the jab, don't go to the hospital.
yeah. That Jimmy Kimmel said that on his thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was basically saying, look, if you end up and you didn't, it was like, you know, but it just goes, and the whole crowd, wait, just going to show you how easy it is going to be
Manipulate.
one, to manipulate the people, and two, in this time that we're coming into, to get anyone, to turn the minds of the people against anyone who ain't got it, man.
Yeah. Well, check this out. That chip, they're gonna make that into an idol.
Exactly.
They're gonna make that into an idol. That's gonna be the salvation, the solution to everything. Immigration, money problems, mortgage defaults. Because you know the mortgage is gonna be defaulting. Them mortgage is gonna be defaulting. You're gonna be like, what we gonna do with the house? How we gonna feed the kids? And Esau's gonna be there at the door like, you thought about this chip?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful, man.
Yep. This is the book of Second Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols, right? And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and a reproach and trodden underfoot." So if you consent to that, you know what I mean, onto that, you know, you're basically bowing down to a false god, man, which is an idol. Because the chip, even if you look at it, right, with how the mark of the beast is structured and how it's going to be rolled out and what it's going to do, it is an idol. It's salvation. If you really like, from a carnal perspective, yeah. Because if you're telling me you cannot function at all in a system, can't take no public transport, you can't buy no food, you can't do anything without having it, then if you get the chip, that's salvation from the stresses and pains that come with not having it. But it's only the faithful who are gonna have that vision.
And that's how Esau's gonna frame it.
That's how it's gonna be.
Because he's gonna create the chaos that, you know, the world is saving from, and to give the solution, which is gonna be that mark.
Yeah.
You know, to carry on in some sort of normalcy. Same thing that with the V. Some sort of normalcy. We go back to normal, right? We need to keep some sort of normality. So that mark is gonna play that part.
New normal.
Yeah.
New normal.
Right.
That's
and
what
it
they
creates
call it.
yeah
New
new normal.
normal.
But that new normal is the new world.
Got a quick one.
You know.
Luke 17, 32 and 33. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
Yeah.
right? And let's say you man gonna be scrambling to continue the ways that you've been used to,
Just save your life.
right? To try and save your life, right? Not knowing that your actions is gonna,
Exactly.
is gonna be weighed in that moment in time.
Exactly.
And a lot of people that take that mark is gonna lose their lives because the Most High is gonna mark them for death. You know, and that's what you don't because you don't believe the scriptures. You don't think that's what that's an outcome that could happen. Because you don't see the Most High, you don't respect His words. It's just an ancient book, some storybook, from the past, some random men written, whatever it's in your mind, and what you're gonna see is what Esau's offering, Satan, essentially, right? And you're gonna believe that, right, and lose your life in the process.
This is the book of Revelation 3 and start from 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dread upon the earth.
Right, this is the last and final test, last hurdle that us as men of the Lord have to pass. Right, to hell with the rest of the world because they're not going to receive this anyway. Like for us, this is important for us to know exactly what the MOTB is. Right, it's not a game of chance, or it could be this, could be that. We have to know for surety what it is, man, and so we know how to go about business when it arrives. Because anybody that fails that last hurdle, man, doesn't matter what you did before.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. All that righteousness you did before, like Scripture mentions, right? If you go back to wickedness, right, them good deeds you've done don't mean shit, right? So you have to make sure that last hurdle, man, you make sure you better fucking clear it, right? You better know. And I know it's all down in the spirit, man, but you got to do your bestest, man, that you know what the hell's going on.
That's why the scripture says in Revelation 2:25, that which I had already hold fast until the end.
The end.
The
'Cause
end.
the end is the important
That's
part,
the
man.
important part.
The end is important.
Better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof.
Because you can slip up, man. Babe, as long as you repent a lot and the Most High got mercy in the cards for you, man, you gonna make it. But guess what? The person that makes it is not gonna take that mark. Anybody,
And it's like,
yeah.
it ain't gonna be stuck
There's
on
still
them.
gonna be people in the 11th hour that are gonna
Make
get
it.
through. Because they believed in the end, right, and didn't take that mark. Like I said, brothers been out here, our elders have been out here 30 plus years and whatever, right? Yeah, they've put in a lot of work, so they're gonna be highly honored and in the scale of everything, man. But there's so many guys that ain't gonna have the hours, the days, the years that some of them are gonna put in. But they still, in the end, believe.
Same penny, yeah.
Right, same as the guys on the cross with Yahweh Shai. Well, not the guy that believed, right? He was saved because he believed at the end. Right, so that last hurdle is incredibly important. It's incredibly important.
It's all about that last hurdle. It's all about the last hurdle. What did Yahweh say? I finished the work.
Yeah.
I finished the work. Now glorify me because I finished the work. They didn't say, oh Lord, I kind of slipped up now, but no, he said, I finished it. The job's complete.
Yeah.
The same thing with all the other apostles. They said they finished it. The course was finished. I come to the end of the course. The course was finished.
Yeah.
It's about the whole thing, the entirety, the completion of it. Imagine
Someone want to duck out and then come back at the last minute.
Yeah.
You just gave up.
you gave up. But imagine you was watching a movie and then the movie just cut out halfway and then that's the movie. You'd be pissed off, man. You want your money back. Because it's about let's be honest, it's about a complete story.
Oh yeah, that's why you get pissed off when the season gets cut.
Yeah.
Like series gets cut.
Series get cut. So what was going to happen to that guy? I wanted to know what was going to happen to Henry Cavill's version of The Witcher, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah, got
Season's
something.
finished.
Yeah, even Gets because he's in jail.
No, I'm hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Gets because he's in jail. You remember the Supercell?
Oh,
His character had a
okay.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But he's in jail, isn't it? So.
I was listening to the music. I ain't.
No.
You know the music. I ain't.
Nah.
That's my gym music right there. That's classical albums that I'll never get.
I mean, still there.
We got the original, but we wanted some new stuff, man. We don't want the old Gets. We want, not the classical, but a live version.
You want to say something, brother?
Yeah, I was just saying, some people are going to believe at the end. I mean, some they're going to believe. To see to believe. It is.
There's two miracles.
Yeah.
Psalm 110.
Can I build?
Shall be willing.
Yeah. Can I build on that? Yeah, can I build? Because it's that's one of the things Apostle Tahar says. Every now and then he was just there like, hey, my wife might not believe now, but in that day she gonna believe.
In the day of that power.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna have a fucking choice if she gonna have a witch, man.
Sometimes
She'll be so fucking scared, like she's gonna like just someone protect me. That's what it's gonna be. Someone just protect me. This guy seems like he knows what the fuck's going on, and so she's gonna cleave, like the scripture speaks about.
Like the book of Eli.
Yeah,
That's how it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Brother, you want to say something? You finished?
Especially if you've been saying things that she's been saying the things you've been saying. She'd be like, this guy's obviously on the money, bro. You know what's going on.
Which one?
You know? Go on.
This is Revelations 2:10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried."
Tried.
Tested.
Tried. That's important. Gonna be tried. But that don't mean you give up. That don't mean the Most High's hands, short to say. Don't get bugged out just because you're in a precarious job. You're in a precarious. I like that. You're in a precarious. The Most High hasn't left you. That's your test. That's your the thing, your cross that you gotta bear.
And that's the whole idea, man. Because the same thing when we came out of Egypt and Pharaoh was after us, man. We was get pressed against the sea, man. There was no way out, bro. We was gonna get fucked.
Yeah, you had nowhere to go.
Obviously, man's they were doubting at that time, but you have to just stick to your guns. Moses was like, damn, like, okay, so what do we do now? You know what I mean? And so the Most, he just prayed to the Most High, and the Most High did a miracle, man. Gave him power to split the sea. And that's the sort of faith you're gonna need, and like, even though you're in this situation which is deadly, there is a way out. You might not have to see that yet, but there's some way out. Most High provide that way.
Well, the scripture says, "Be thou faithful unto death, and there is victory even in death." And that's
because even if we need the spirit, if we need this body,
that's what I mean.
That's not a defeat.
That's
it's not a defeat.
Esau can defeat the flesh, but he can't defeat the spirit.
Yeah, that's it.
Wisdom 3.
And also do Book of 1 Thessalonians 4:16. Them that die with Yahweh Shai, they're gonna be the first. Them that die in Yahweh Shai are gonna be the first ones with Yahweh Shai. So how great a glory is that, man?
Yeah, first in line.
First in line, brother. You're gonna be in the chariots, bro.
Right, yeah.
You're gonna be walking them. Hey, salam, hey, man. You're gonna be with Yahweh Shai. You're gonna see Yahweh Shai first.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Yahweh Shai first. Wow. You almost want to pray for that. You know what I mean? You almost want it. You're like, that, bro, that's a great honor. You're going to see Yahweh Shai first. You're going to be with Yahweh Shai talking. You say, yeah, man. Hey, man, great job.
That's it. That's the thing. That's what we want to hear, bro. That's what we want to hear. After all that we've gone through and everything, man, like, because, we're not perfect. And we're just hoping for that mercy, And the Lord just to say, man, hey, arise, because we'll be bowing our face to the floor. Right? Arise, bro. Hey, all is good. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to hear, bro. Like, you've done what you need to do. Bro, that's like the most proud. When you want to hear from your father, like the most proudest thing that that's what you want to hear, bro. You want to hear that we did the right.
You did it. You did the work.
I mean, fucking tearing up and shit,
no, but it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be emotional. Right now, you might not necessarily. You can understand it conceptually, but
feelings is different.
Feeling that you're gonna be in a terrible situation. You ain't got no food. You might have kids that's dependent on you. They're looking at you crazy. Like, who's this guy? Who does he think he is? Everybody else is eating. My friends are eating. They've taken the chip. Because we're gonna not do that. And then you get to a life or death situation. And the Most High delivers you, bro.
Because there's a lot to overcome.
A lot to overcome.
There's a lot to overcome, man.
Which really mostly is the flesh.
And this is it. And even though brothers have been through things up until this point now, the hardest part is yet to come. The hardest part is yet to come, man. That last hurdle was a large fucking hurdle, man. And to overcome all of this, man, that's gonna be an emotional moment, bro. Once you've done that, you're there to get through.
It could be a situation like the road where you're on an icy trail, where you just like you read some of those precepts. Was it Elijah? And the woman said we was just about to eat our last piece of bread. Is that Elijah? We were just about to eat our last piece of bread. It could be a situation like that. You're like, man, maybe the Most High has forgotten about me. Let me just curl up and die. And then you got a vision. I got a bit. My imagination runs wild. Where you just see the light of the chariot coming over the cabin. You're like this. Oh man, damn, bro, the Most High,
Yeah, man.
You're curled up, you're icy, you're sniffling, you can see your breath. And then you see the light of the chariot coming over wherever you're staying at, next door. Maybe you're next to a bush or something like that. You say, where's that light coming from? Boom, the chariots of the Most High present themselves. Momentous, man. You be crying, man. Talking to your son, man, nigga, I told you, man.
First thing, man, you're gonna be giving praise.
That's right. You're gonna be giving praise. Face be bowed down.
That's it,
man.
That's it, man.
You're gonna be humble, man.
Yeah.
The remnant were frightened.
Yep.
But then gave glory.
Because the thing is, we're supposed to be put in that situation where we're begging for our lives, for salvation, man, at the mercy of the Lord. Man. You know, even though we put out the prayers and stuff like that, nah, man, you ain't gonna want the, you know, your Yahweh Hashem Yahshua more than in that moment. The Most High, we're gonna make sure that you know that you know he's the salvation. You know that you need him, because that was the whole lesson in the first place. Look, you need me, you need the Heavenly Father for us to live. We need the Most High.
So,
You know, we didn't make ourselves, man. And for us to do well, the Most High has to take care of us.
That's right.
You know, but when you act like bastard children, bro, you think you're bad by yourself, innit? Bad bees or whatever, right? And you want to do you learned the hard way, man. We learned the hard way because we suffered, man. You know, and the whole thing is that, man, the Most High is ours, man. You know, and we are His. You know, and that's going to be reaffirmed in that time, man. You know.
And it says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
That's right. That's right.
Right? So those that life shall find it. Right? Be faithful unto death, and you shall receive that crown of life.
yeah. It's a bit counterintuitive, isn't it?
It is counterintuitive, but that's
You
why
know?
it's faith.
Exactly.
Because you sound crazy.
'Cause
You
it-
sound crazy.
yeah.
We all sound crazy. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the rules of the game.
Exactly.
That's the rules of the game, man. And that's how the the elected are going to succeed.
Because I was thinking about that point of counterintuitive being when we was talking about the land Sabbath. It's a bit counterintuitive. It was like, wait, so I grow it, but then I don't take anything off? Like, how's that going to be? But someone's going to be like, well, that means that's a year lost. To the carnal mind, that's counterintuitive. You know, but because it's once again, we talk about this thing about someone who isn't in this faith, and then they've got children, and he told them, nah, bro, you don't want to take that chip, right? But I got to feed my children. Nah, you still don't want to take it. But what if they're dying? You still going to? They're gonna look at you like you're a bug out.
Well, this is the thing. You gotta say to them, your children never die. Yeah. They're gonna look at you like you're even more. Of a bug out.
Because faith is past reason.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Like faith, like bro.
What is faith? What is that?
It's
Why
the
do some people
substance
like
of-
it? Some people don't.
It's a substance.
It's beyond logic.
It's an unquantifiable substance. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. My
it's
apologies, bro.
past reason. Yo, he parted that sea, man.
Yeah, there's no way you can
He
explain that.
just
right?
parted the three holy children. Yeah, there was a force field and there wasn't burnt, even though the same fire killed the other guys who put them in. You know, Daniel was fed food in the lions though.
Or even
Right.
even when Peter saw Yahweh on the water, like,
Yeah.
Peter couldn't believe it, but he's like, come out to me. He's like, "Look, I can't, I can't. You know, man's about to get fucked up.
Now Esau's using a fucking AI to have a white Jesus run across the sea. Fucking damn shame.
It's bro. That's how faith's gonna be. It's
Because
gonna be real.
faith is spiritual at the end of the day. And the spirit trumps all this carnal shit, man, that we're just used to.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it says that's why it says with man this is impossible. Yeah. With the Lord it isn't.
That's right.
Because man's reason will be like, bro,
That can't be done.
Exactly.
Look, man.
You're cooked.
I'm going past the sea. And then the Lord's like,
We'll swim.
Hey, you know them wicked jakes in the back. They was talking shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they was
bro,
talking
shit,
shit.
guys brought to us. Let me look here. He brought to us death again, man.
He took us out of Egypt just for us to die.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
You know what probably happened as soon as they got to the sea. He had niggas probably falling their knees. Oh shit! See, I knew I couldn't trust that Moses.
What kind of name is Moses anyway?
He's an Egyptian.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, he's an ancient.
He's a pagan, isn't it?
Moses.
Yeah, you see, because it means he's drawn out of water, but Jake, just.
Hey, maybe it's Bernie Mac.
But for real, like you had probably Jake fall into their knees, like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
shit. And then
It's over.
then the Lord just did that.
Made a
miracle.
way.
It's
And
something.
then they was like, oh shit, you know, because can they realize that how the faith of the Lord and the word of the Lord is above their reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, flesh.
But even that story, that whole account is proof why this time the Lord's like, look, man, I'm gonna take a selection of you. Because imagine these man witnessed all of that.
And that's the thing. Yeah, like,
They saw more than we have.
yeah.
I mean, we have our little miracles, but
That's why
Prophecy is a hell of a.
That's why
With the
Lord said,
plagues.
"Blessed those that believe and have not seen."
Yeah.
You know.
Do you remember the plagues?
Yeah.
The plagues that happened.
Yeah, they were going through all of that,
They went through that. So
and they're still mad.
they saw the first. They heard the cries.
They
of
heard the
firstborn
cries.
of man and
Yeah.
cattle in
Yeah,
Egypt.
yeah.
They
Chariot
saw
fire by day.
Yeah, the
Chariot
chariot
by night and
Yeah.
the cloud by day.
Yeah, you remember
See all that.
the chariot was there the whole time. You know what I mean?
It's chilling.
When especially when it was coming out, you know, Egypt
yeah,
was there with them. But they were still chatting shit in the
Yeah.
you know, even in the wilderness, we're talking shit. The chariot's there, they're talking.
Go for mana. Some chatting shit.
Because remember, the scripture says that even when we come out of Egypt, with the I always get mixed up, but scripture speaks about the chariot was to us a light by day, and
Shade during the day and a light by night.
yeah, but as in.
Behind.
But like
Yeah.
behind it was making them dark, like the Egyptians that was chasing us.
Right,
He
right,
actually
right.
says it.
Right.
He says it gave us light, but for them it was dark.
Wow.
You know, and then the wheels of their chariots was coming loose, was malfunctioning, and niggas were still talking shit. Niggas were still like,
You know, them Egyptians would have been mad. You know, this is a genuine,
yeah, no, funny, man. Man, I won't be surprised that main contractor, that, you know, he was like, oh shit.
He got a bad record.
You know what I mean? I'm sure he probably checked his phone like loads of messages. Go ahead, bro.
man had a service tech out there.
Yeah, he was,
We got to get it out.
he was cooked. Go ahead, bro.
This is Hebrews 11 from the top.
Yep.
If I may, I'll read King James Version, then NLT. King James, it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things."
If you want, you can just read it in the King
Hopeful.
James.
Hopeful, man. We hope for something greater, like we read earlier, something more profitable than we got right now. Because this doesn't profit life. This ain't conducive to life, man. That's what we hope for.
Something like this, you can't convince the average person
That's
because they're not built
Yeah.
to receive it. You know.
and that's why it's a gift. It just has to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just has to be.
I remember years ago. You remember this? I was trying to break the scriptures down to my cousin, man. Because he's your cousin. You love your cousin, innit? It's like, this is my cousin. Like, we grew up together. He's like a big brother to me. And I was trying to break it down to him. Couldn't get it, bro. Couldn't get it. You could break it. You know how you know when you come into this truth when you're young, like, and you think you know all the scriptures.
Yeah.
You're trying to break it down 15 different ways. It's like, this ain't for everybody. It's that gift. But the brother said,
Yeah.
He was
like,
given it.
it can't be a gift if everybody gets
That's
it.
it.
It just has to
And
be.
yeah, and building off of that
I
is
ain't broke, bro. This is just that's all you
No,
Bro, looking at my he's looking at my adapted glove, you know.
No,
He's
no,
like,
to be fair, I was thinking about doing the same thing. I was like, that's a good idea.
yeah. But building off of what the brother was saying is, adding on Isaiah the 6th chapter 9 through 11, where it speaks about basically you have an angel blinding these individuals, which we've all seen it where we'll be at camp, and you'll be seeing someone get it. Yeah, and then there's the angel goes,
polite.
Yep.
When polite was there, remember what the apostle said. I can't remember if it was an ambulance or that noise. It kept on. It was always a noise. Like he was just about to get the scriptures, and some commotion was happening in the background. That was the angel blocking him from the understanding because he was unworthy of it.
That's it.
Unworthy. He wasn't selected. He wasn't predestined to get it.
That's it. Just scary thing.
Whether it's Satan or an angel, whatever method's being used, the spirits, being used.
Oh, it was always a
That's
friend.
Matthew 13.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, there was a
Someone-
friend. A lot of the time, when it was in Oxford Circus, it will be like two people, and then one's getting it, but then the friend will, nah, bro, let's go.
Yeah.
And then the guy will just be like, okay, and he will go to the friend, you never see him again.
That's Matthew 13.
Yeah.
Or a girlfriend, a woman. A lot of times, dudes used to come with their missus and all of that. And the woman was like, well, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Because maybe she could see in the spirit. That was Satan.
Yeah.
Satan could see in the spirit. Now you're gonna be number two. This thing you can see.
You
Talk,
backseat, bitch.
what you like. But when you see a crowd of men masculine into something, you know they're about a different type of a lifestyle. And if you're gonna be a part of that lifestyle, you didn't see no women around us unless they were
Second best.
looking at us from the crowd. But it wasn't women with us then. So you're gonna instantly become second best. So yeah, man, like the brother said, when them dudes came up, these come up with their misses and all of that. You can see the guys like, okay, what's this? And the demon, the woman demon, just like, no, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. You worship me, you don't worship me. How about shit me outside?
Damn.
But no, but quite literally,
Yeah.
quite literally, the demon said to him, look, you worship me, you don't worship this. Maybe some of those guys will have, the Most High will have mercy on them, and then women, they're going to leave them or whatever, and they might come in the last times. But for that period of time, we've seen it so many times. The guy came, he looked at the sign, and you start to break the scriptures down to him, and he was following the priest, following the breakdown, and then boom, the woman, maybe she came from the Zara. Remember, we was next to Zara, innit? She's coming to high heels. What's this all about? No, let's go. That's it.
I got more shopping to do.
We've got more something to do.
NLT.
Those was a good day. Zara was next door. Used to go to the Marks and Spencer's to the toilet over there. Come back with the croissants and everything from Marks and Spencer. It's a good times, man.
War stories and that.
War stories.
I just read the same verse in NLT in verse 1. It says, faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen.
So that's like a level of expectation, like knowing that that's the plan A to Z. I ain't got no plan. Like
There's no plan B.
there's no plan B or something else. You know, it's faith comes with a level of expectation. Like, Lord willing, this is gonna happen, and I'm waiting on it to happen.
And when you think about the type of faith that we got based on what we expect to happen, bro, it's kind of crazy, bro. We're expecting a UFO with a black guy in it, based on what precedence?
Faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
But as far as this world is concerned, based on what precedence? You're expecting some black guy to come with a UFO to save you from slavery, and then you're gonna be beamed up into that, and then come back down and establish that, bro. That's out there, bro.
Against the most powerful army that has ever existed.
Exactly. Against the most powerful army that's ever existed, you're gonna come down from the skies and put them in chains, bro. That's out there. That's out there.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what we expect. That's the
It's
expectation.
gonna happen.
That's the
Bro,
expectation.
And the things are in a 4 time for our learning, right? So we're getting confidence for the things that are examples that we've been given before. You know, all our forefathers and the miracles that happened. We believe them. It's not just a book. You Christians read it like it's just a book. It's not just a book. You know?
This earth needs what we say to come
It
to
needs
pass.
that.
Yes.
It needs
Yes.
that.
Bro,
That's right.
you know what it's
It
like?
needs
Yeah,
that.
it's basically imagine like you like maxed out all your credit cards, got like 9 bank loans, and you're placing that last bet.
It needs to come in.
It needs to come good.
It needs to come.
Because bro, and guess what? It's gonna come in.
It's gonna come.
You
You're
know,
betting on your house side.
because we basically
All on black.
All on black. All on black. Put my life on black.
basically we've given up basically everything and are waiting for what we hope for to manifest, to bear fruit.
Yeah. Was it the Apostle Peter? And when Yahushua was like, so where you guys gonna go
Yeah,
as
read
well?
it, read it. Let's
know.
from
Where shall we
combining.
go?
Yeah, where we gonna go?
Let's actually read that example, man, because it's real like that.
Or what should we have for serving?
Yeah,
you know,
that's it.
There's an expectation.
There's
to
an
this,
expectation,
You know,
and and it's coming. Because this world, what's left out here? Like, there's nothing left out here.
There's nothing else.
This food is destroyed.
Dry,
The body is destroyed.
But
The damn box is destroyed.
don't ask
Everywhere
Esau
is
that
destroyed.
quick.
NBA is boring.
NBA is boring.
Football's boring.
Boxing's
That's
rigged.
how you go through the side. We
Yeah,
become more and more
boxing is
disgruntled
rigged.
by it, man. It's just everything's annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I mean?
everything's fake. This is just the same box. It's terrible. like it's sickening, man. You know?
Depressing, man.
Oh, don't ask East. He'll come up with some next crazy shit.
And guess what? It's still wicked.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like each you know, you can say how much worse can it get? Well, you don't want to ask. He's just like, well,
Hold my beer.
so you found it?
Darkness needs us infinite, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read that up.
And we're at the age now. We've got people making AI remixes of music, bro. That's how far down we are. Can't even hear the last
To be
song.
honest, the ones from
Some of the
50
hard
Cent.
But I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to admit that. I knew somebody was going to scoff at that. I kept them to myself.
Because them 50 Cent ones.
Yeah, the
I don't
motor,
know
yeah, the neo soul.
God gave me style. God gave me. Nah, but I feel you.
manly man.
What? Let's read that.
I
Bro.
mean, this is the book of Matthew 19, I'm starting from 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciple, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
And this is another reason why we're not aiming to be rich in this world and all these different types of things, because it's just not a necessary requirement.
Just our daily bread.
What we want is the kingdom.
That's it.
And we don't want to make things harder than it needs to be.
That's it.
You know what I mean? If your eye's not single,
That's it.
you know what I mean?
My brother's got big bills, families, responsibilities.
Yeah.
But in terms of like long-term
Aspiration.
aspirations, it's not there, bro.
That's
It's like, you know, obviously that's it. We're just trying to pay our bills.
Exactly. We've got one aspiration. That's the end of this place.
End of this place. shit, man. We'd probably take a bang on. I'm joking, but the point is like, my brothers don't see
Exactly.
eternal vision here.
Exactly. And that makes it hard with the family that we're around. You know, we may have family, whatever, what have you, because we're thinking immortal. They're thinking mortal. No matter how much our family says they believe, they don't really believe the way we believe. So when you're telling them, babe, don't worry about it, it can happen, whatever, they're like, well, I need to do this in my lifetime. Your mind just like, we've got eternity.
Yeah, I was gonna say the scriptures like you was reading, it mentions can you just read that precept again, sorry? I want to get the wording right. Just
Then, I mean, Matthew 19:23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciple, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
because remember what the precept says, right? It says many rich fall into diverse temptations, right? Diverse temptations. When you think about the wealth of this world, you find the types of things to participate in. What's the Diddy program? That's what so-called rich people do in this world. That's how they do it. And I'll say this: I'll even equate wealth to popularity. So when you become rich, become popular. And I've seen popular guys, bro. They got some of the most compromised morals that you'd ever believe. In order for you to be able to have wealth, you're making deals, you're making contracts. Brother, you're getting freakies coming into your office. Weird people with their weird ideas coming to you, and you're just gonna be like, yeah, that's cool, so you can maintain the deal. That's what I've seen with these so-called people. I'm not gonna mention the guy's name, but with the popular people I've seen out here, worldly popular, everybody knows them. Bro, your circles, your circle becomes filled with weirdos, man.
Yeah.
People that's coming from different
Well, that's the
weirdo.
circle up there, innit? That's the circle.
That's
up
it.
there. Yeah.
So imagine you got a mil, quarter mil, a mil, 2 mil, 5 mils. Imagine the types of weirdos that's gonna be coming up to you, and you gotta just nod your head. The ESG scores. Think about ESG scores. ESG scores is basically you have to accept the doctrine of the world and push the doctrine of the world in order for you to have the so-called good credit. BlackRock, all of that. You gotta push the demonic religion in order for you to have the good BlackRock credit. So when you're rich in this world, brother, you can't go on TV and say F the flamers. Look what happened to Buju Banton and all of these guys, man. They lost deals, record deals, because they stood fast on they stood fast on truth, right? So when you're aiming to be rich, brother, you can't be rich in this world
Even they caved in
And be
the end.
righteous.
and be righteous. It's not possible. You can have a little change. You can get, maybe you might be able to make 100 grand, 200 grand, whatever, but that's not rich.
That song go quick.
That soon goes quick. 100 grand, 2 grand, man, get the hell out of here, man. That's not even crackhead rich, man. One crack habit, 1 year, that's done, that's finished. But to have a mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, which certain cats, they're aiming for that. You know, with the YouTube thing, you could start to ramp up money like that. And exactly the same thing I've just said. Exactly the same thing I've said is what you've experienced with guys like Tazariak, right? What's the other cat? Alizé. What's the type of people that they put around them in order to make money?
Fucking Adam 22.
Exactly. Exactly.
Adam 22, man.
And that's a freakazoid, man. That guy's a demon.
Freak.
He's got all of the tattoos on there. What's Adam 22's religion? He's getting some woman, some guy, some dude to do the dirty with his missus. Man, that's a demonic religion that goes all the way back to the Greeks. But that all comes off of the back of what? Trying to be rich.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sit down on the table with this guy, trying to be rich like this guy, but this guy he's got some mandingo slave, slave lookalike doing the dirty with his missus, and he's pushing that onto the world like it's normal. That's totally demonic, man. You don't want to be rich out here, man. You don't want to be rich. You be doing podcasts like that. Hey, what's up, Adam, man?
Yeah, imagine getting cursed out by Adam 22 and things like that, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Even
wild,
Adam was like,
Yeah.
yo, that nigga.
That's wild. That's wild.
Which why the Lord spoke about being content, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look, man, as long as you can pay your bills,
That's right.
if you got seed, do what you can. You know what I mean? If you can afford to save and handle business, that problems, future
Yeah.
issues that you might have, that's it.
Yeah, good.
But in terms of
Investing,
10,
that's
20,
like,
no,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah, I believe in this world. It's
Nah,
going
bro.
to be
Yeah.
here. So I can do this.
That's it.
That's an important caveat because, you know, and be like, oh, they ain't going to do anything. Nah, scripture says money's a defense.
Money is the
And
defense.
It's
like
like we
being
were discussing earlier about the food situation.
Yeah.
Everything's balanced, man.
There is
Everything's
balance,
balanced.
yes.
Don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Be wise, man.
Exactly.
Use wisdom.
prudent, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You know.
brothers ain't saying because this kingdom is down, it's going down. Don't work.
Don't
work
finish
not
your
easy.
situation.
Nothing.
But equally, brothers are not saying, you know, have a 50-year plan for your
I'm going to be regional
someone's
manager.
retirement plan.
I'm
Nah,
going to be
all of
regional
that.
manager. I'm going to make
Just take
director.
it day by day, daily bread.
Yeah.
If you got responsibilities, you got to handle.
Yeah.
You handle them. That's it.
Once again, second Ezra 1640 onwards.
Yeah.
There is
That's
an
it.
there's
Well,
an
actually, can we read that? Can we read that one?
yeah.
They that have merchandise that.
Yeah,
they
it's
shall
from
not
40. It's from 40. Yeah.
get. Yeah, let's actually read that, and then we'll
'Cause-
go back to
yeah.
that.
So it's a good
It's
good
important.
mindset.
Scripture.
Second Ezra 16 from
Yeah.
40. It's good mind state
Is
to
it
be in.
15?
16 from 40. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's about being. You know, the scripture says, "In malice be children, but understanding be men."
Exactly.
Bro, like, you know, the Spirit will have brothers come in as faith. The Lord put the Spirit upon you to come in as faith as a teenager, and then before you know it, you're much older, and there's more you walking around. You got responsibility.
You got responsibility.
You
Yeah.
you got to take care of business. You got to
Yeah.
take care of
That condom can rip hella easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to be a standing business, man.
That's it. Right?
You see, that's the spirit.
Yeah, baby.
Baby starts crying.
Baby starts crying.
Hey, bros, be careful later. Right?
Yeah.
I'm always careful, brother. I always wear a helmet.
Go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra 16 and 40. Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to fight battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the
Yeah,
earth.
so when that time comes, of course, you know, the Lord won't make us pilgrims. But even now, just have a pilgrim mindset.
Exactly.
Like in a pilgrim is like his current habitation is temporary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, and to build off of that as well. So imagine, if you're a pilgrim, would you call it? Say, oh, you're broken, I'll just stay for a couple of days. Would you call it? Your stuff might still be in the suitcase. You know, because that thing's like I might be dipping from here in any moment or whatever, what have you, right?
That's right. That's 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that
That
buyeth.
doesn't mean you don't sell. Don't mean you don't. Sorry, read the next bit. Sorry.
I read it again. It says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that buyeth, as one that will lose.
Yeah. So you're
like-
that,
that's the end
that
of it,
mindset.
Yeah,
Of like
you're doing your bit.
this shit's temporary.
It's temporary, man.
Like
Yeah.
the scripture says that the even with Moses, the pressures of sin for us, like that these things we have here are temporary. The things that come is eternal. Like this is temporal, bro. Like, bro, like for brothers that have seed or family, man, you're like, bro.
You might need that promotion.
I'm just waiting on the king.
Yeah.
Like, you just, you know what I mean? It's like this is temporary. You ain't gonna see him become the top striker for Arsenal and take you out the hood. Nah, we just want to get out of this
I'm
place.
gonna get out of here.
We just want to get out of this place. bro.
Maybe it's like a lot of other things, man. Even like exercise property.
Exactly.
Right?
even that.
But it still has its use.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has its space. You don't. Like, oh, you just don't take care of yourself. That's ignorant.
Yeah,
You're asking for trouble.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them
the
years
scripture
King
says-
Brown, quick.
yeah.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry, my apologies, bro. No, sorry.
The scripture says, if you do evil to yourself, then to who can you do good?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The
If you're
same-
like, no, I'm gonna eat carbs. And just eat like 9 cakes a day, no water,
You're just like,
I ain't got a white back. I'm gonna get a new body
I'm
anyway.
gonna get a new body anyway. And then you're just fucked.
Just through
You're just in a corner somewhere, sick as shit.
liquor, women,
Yeah, liquor is important.
women do that to
Women.
you.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be in its balance, man.
Everything's gonna be in balance.
Remember, we used to drink every day, man. I'm drinking like a couple times a week now, man. I feel good. I feel good because them years they came around quick. If you think about it, see, it feels like yesterday we were 16, 20.
Yeah.
We was young men, no beers on our face.
Shit,
The
I
knees
I
were
still ain't got a beard.
Basically, we acted rashly in our youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you kind of learn that as you grow up, man.
Yeah.
Because always we thought we would be out here the next year after. You know what I mean? So we thought, yeah,
Oh,
fuck
remember, but the CV, we thought that was it.
Bro,
it. You know.
man, I was gonna take a big ass bank loan out.
But you learn from the past experiences.
Yeah.
These things that happen, but we still don't have a gauge on exactly how long a thing is. So we have to gauge it as we go. But we can't make rash decisions
Yeah, of
just
course.
because, you know,
Balance, innit?
that's it. That's it.
We
Man.
gotta have balance, man.
Yeah, we hope in our shot, man. We don't. We hope, but we don't destroy ourselves.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right. Use this world as not abusing
It's
it.
not
Exactly.
abusing. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 42 says, "He that occupieth merchandise."
Yeah, because that's what there's brothers in Israel somewhere that may have a business or may have a hustle.
We Israel.
Yeah.
We're talented. You know,
Yeah.
and when you look at our past history, like the men in the scriptures, yeah, you had different classes, but they were from different walks of life.
Paul
Yeah,
was a tent
exactly. So it was
It
balling.
was a side hustle.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know?
But think about them times. What a tent maker was.
exactly.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
that would have been
Palatial tent.
lucrative.
Yeah.
Palatial
Yeah.
tent.
That would have been lucrative.
Yeah.
Tent maker. You watch Marco Polo and you really see. You're thinking, B&Q tent. You know? Nah, we're talking about. We don't know what materials you use. Leather. You have to
Actual
leather work.
accommodation.
Peg work,
Yeah.
metal work. So you have
Yeah.
the peg to dig it in.
Yeah.
And you watch Marco
And then
Polo,
also
you
make
see
it foldable as well to fold down, so easy transport.
Yeah, no, there was an artwork.
Yeah.
To it.
It was artwork,
That was
but
artwork.
guess what? In comparison to his faith, it was a side hustle.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and that and that didn't
Conflict.
conflict
Exactly.
with the faith, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But you know, I mean, it's a balance because if you find yourself whereby, you know, you're just
Working.
you're just always working, you're just never at camp. You know, you have to balance it out.
Well, she speaks about it being occupied in business. So
Mm.
you can't
Yeah,
attend
yeah.
to,
Yeah.
you know, can't remember how it goes exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't be one way or the other, man. You have to have that balance, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like you know when you ain't got the balance right, man.
Yeah,
You be trying to record precepts. What's the you know where it talks about the you be feeling it, man.
It's real.
You know when you're out of balance, man. You remember, everybody remembers how good it feels to be sharp.
Yeah.
Brother, hold that precept. Then you brother hold that, and then you just like, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna check myself out in the game.
Even another scripture I'm thinking about now, much study is where it's the flesh,
Yeah,
right?
there's
There's a balance to
There's
that. You know what I'm
balance.
saying? Because you can
There's
do too
balance.
much.
There's
And
balance.
man, we've seen it, man bug out because they know too much. They think they know too much. You know what I mean? But they miss key things. You know, because they think they're just deep on the breakdowns of the scriptures and all these different things. You know, but there's a balance to
too quick.
everything.
You try to grow up too quick.
Eat as much.
Grow up too much.
Honey
Eat
and
is
sufficient.
sufficient.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 42. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that have no profit by it.
Yeah. So again, you might have a business, you might have a hustle, but you know tomorrow I can lose your shit.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow.
Today.
It's one of them ones, especially the times that we're coming into, right? The times that of persecution that we're coming into, man. Hey, look, all it takes is one clip. You know, gets miraculously sent to the boss.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
But we see it in these other countries. I
We
mean,
see it.
because we don't live in a place where like hurricanes and shit come through, right?
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
watch when it happens to these other places, man. They live in one day. Things were normal one day. Then the next day,
all gone.
flood, tsunami comes, whatever comes, and that's it. Then that's set to zero. Well, set to zero. The insurance company's not paying them out because act of God and all these things. They're not paying them out to replace nothing. You're zeroed right now. And that's how everyone's gonna be when this whole thing comes down, man. Everyone's gonna be set to zero, bro. So it's like whatever we got now, it don't fucking matter. It's gone. It's gone, and we're not taking it with us into the kingdom anyway. It's gone. You know, so we're not gonna cry over spilt milk, bro. It's done.
I was gonna
You know?
say, even brothers be buying the silver. You ain't taking that silver on the chariot.
Bro,
You might take it as
there might
someone's
be
chariot.
there might be a little opportunity in some period of time where you could use it to barter and that kind of stuff. Maybe we don't exactly know how it's gonna work yet, but we got it just in case.
Yeah.
You know, in case we
But
have to do something on the
taking
side
that
there.
silver on the chariot.
No, man.
It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be here. We're gonna get some more in this kingdom, man. It's gonna explode. Yeah.
You know?
We're gonna be like, yeah, man, I got 2 kilos.
We'll
I got
pave
5
our roads.
kilos, bro. It's like, bro. That's just like, you know, yeah. But like what the scripture saying there, it's like you don't even have it. That's you know, obviously you're thinking, I'm gonna use that, but it's like you don't even have it because you ain't gonna take it anywhere.
No,
What you gonna do with that?
At the end of the day, we're just thinking about salvation.
It's like, exactly. Exactly.
So, with whatever money you have or don't have, whatever car you have or don't,
It don't mean nothing.
it don't. We just want the kingdom.
That's it.
But for the time
Here
being,
today, gone tomorrow.
we're passing through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if there's one similar in there, but I'm thinking of the precept as well about they that have wives as though they have none.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you but yeah.
Timothy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just similar, but I don't know if there's a similar one in there as well. But it's that spirit of like, yeah, of course you're gonna have your woman, but it's like in the way that these guys in the world have their, it's a completely different setup. You know, we be there, and even we, it feels here like you're not even in the room.
Your mind has to be single.
Yeah.
Single.
That's what it is, man.
And to
Which
be
is why
honest
they
with
said
you,
the
man,
right
they
hand of
like
faith.
they like it more like that. Yeah,
They prefer you more like that, man. You don't want to be
aloof.
You know what I mean? You want to be aloof. You want to be aloof. She's supposed to chase you, and she knows she's supposed to chase you. And she knows if you're about her something bigger, that she's gonna be playing second fiddle. The rest is the trouble in the flesh, but then at the same time, she wants the trouble in the flesh. That makes it feel exciting to her. It's a fucking woman. She wants drama, man.
She complicated and confused.
She complicated and confused, man. You know what I mean? You got your woman here. This is the stable woman. Your woman is your mistress, man.
Yeah, for real.
It's your side piece, man. This is the real woman. She's gonna be faithful for you. She's gonna be with you. And you don't know what that woman's doing, man. I mean, I've seen things in these workplaces, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know what this woman's on, man. Really, honestly, you're better off setting your mind up to be aloof, right? Focus on the truth. Yeah, you're gonna deal with her. You might take her out, whatever.
Because
But
at the end of the day, the truth is gonna give you everything.
exactly. The truth is, you know what a real woman will do for you? I've seen this. A real woman will get you more women. A real woman, if she's really into you, she'll get you more women. She'll actually say, okay, who'd you like? And then she'll go and she'll set it up for you.
You seen this?
Yeah, bro. No, your experience, maybe you haven't realized.
Shit, man, she got friends.
No, you might have not. Maybe even maybe because it was
Nah, I
older
understand
women.
what you mean, I
But what I'm trying to say is the
understand.
truth will get you more women, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The truth will get you more women, man. Because that's the real woman.
In the end,
Which is gonna happen in the end.
Even
Right
in-
now, we
when
should
we get
focus,
into the kingdom,
man.
when we get into the kingdom, your woman's gonna teach the other woman how to get in line and say, look, he likes this, he don't like that. Boom.
Well, guess what? It's good. Even on this side, like in that day, it's 7 women.
That's
You
it.
know? But guess what?
in the end,
Like-
it's in the end times, you know.
That's a time period. Now we just focus on the faith.
So you gotta focus
Yeah,
right now.
and,
Lock
and if
in.
you and man, if you have a woman or one or two, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be your heart's,
Exactly.
you know, focus. Let's go on that.
And really can't be. It can't be. It
shouldn't
can't
But
be.
you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
You'll fail, man.
You're gonna fail. And
She
have
won't-
and
she won't lose
nothing.
interest.
Yeah, imagine you trying to read the scripture just horny every day. Every day is all you think. That's it. Like, bro, go do a video. Man.
Built up a harem in your house.
Too much
How you
like
gonna
that,
get
man.
it done?
You know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
all day, like
You know, all the women need servicing
Innit?
too, bro. It's like
temperature high all day. Like,
they got no energy left.
shit. I want to watch a video, man.
Temperature drop. That's a Jamaican rhythm there.
Like, bro.
And he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein.
So, again, because again, the brothers, different
Different situations.
Some make more, some make less. Some have businesses established, some do not.
Some
Guess what?
property, some
Some
don't.
are property, some do not. Whatever it may be, but guess what? Your mind isn't on.
I'ma flip that.
Building,
My son's
building,
gonna flip
building,
that.
building an empire.
Man, bro.
You know, building an
My son's
empire.
gonna inherit that.
Because land and property takes time, bro. Like, and it takes constant attention. Like, even, you know, like people in my family that have land or property overseas, you constantly hear them that, make sure you cut the grass, make sure this.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
That nearly
it takes attention.
I think that nearly killed my uncle.
Serious.
I think he nearly killed my uncle because he's over here in St. Lucia. He's all the time's ringing. He wants the groundwork. He wants this built. He's all the time. You're thinking about it,
Yeah.
and that's what them cats are. You see that they just bought their piece of land, didn't it?
Yeah.
And they're gonna build it up. How much time?
That's it, bro.
How much time is that gonna take away from the truth?
Yeah.
How much time is it gonna imagine all that building, all that time and attention of property building you put into the truth. Just get some little shack somewhere. You don't need nothing special, bro. It don't need to be a palatial palace. Just get something basic. A brother's house. What's wrong with a brother's house?
Yeah, but Nate needs a ranch to put his sauce on.
But for real, what do you need? What do you need all of that for? What did you read the scriptures? Where was the brothers teaching on the night time? In other people's houses. I went to this hot guy's house, breaking down scriptures with him. Okay, daytime using it, Agero, right? But you was just
Around.
you was around. You was
Around,
just
yeah.
you was just around.
But hey, but even in the scriptures as well as that, not to take away, but
Yeah.
but even in those that had more,
yeah,
that wasn't their main focus.
That wasn't the main focus.
Yeah, I mean, because remember in Acts, when those two sold their land. What was the name?
Priscilla
of it?
Ananias.
Aquila.
No,
is it that one?
no.
Ananias and Sapphira.
I'm
Yeah,
nice.
nice.
Sapphira, that's it. My bad.
Sapphira.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
they remember it was a combination at the time in the church. Some sold land, sold property to benefit.
There was a need. Yeah.
There was a need at that time with the situation. So it's like, point is, anyway, in the church you had people who had more, who had less. But where they went off is that they were trying to rob the faith and go against,
Should have just
The
said
damn
no, we don't want to sell it.
that's it.
Should have just said
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
and just did what they did. But the point is, you had many different circumstances. Like the dude that let the Lord use his tomb for his burial. He was wealthy. You know, he was wealthy. You know what I mean? It's like there's many brothers in different situations, man. But the main focus is the faith.
Yeah.
And if the focus is the faith, then the Lord will have everyone conduct themselves in a manner which benefits the body.
And so sometimes that's why certain situations won't run.
Yeah.
You know, because the law's like, nah, you good. You don't need that right now. Focus.
Yep.
You know,
If
and
you're
then,
breaking your back to be rich, like Scripture say.
Yeah.
Many hurtful lusts, man. Like we
Yeah.
were speaking about earlier.
yeah.
You know, we can see those individuals in this Israelite thing that are on that. You know,
Well,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was this: if it was really about building an establishment, then wouldn't in the time of Yahweh Shai, when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, wouldn't he have been in the temple, really building up the temple?
I mean, it was. It just it wasn't a physical
Yeah.
It was in
building.
the physical temple.
Yeah.
You know?
Wouldn't he have been boasting in the temple? He said, "No, there's gonna come a day when this house is gonna be broken down. There ain't gonna be one stone left upon another." So the master of the house is saying, "Look, there's gonna come a time when this is gonna be broken down." But the servant's saying, "Let's establish, let's build."
Because he was
Yeah.
speaking parabolical as well.
Parabolical.
Because it's not like he's on his own body, right?
His body, but
But it has to happen as well, right? It's twofold.
And then actually kind of build it, because what did Yahushua say? Was it, I forget, the two disciples? Like, leave your nets, man. He didn't manifest more boats. He said, there was this time when they put to the other side and got more fish. But he said, leave your nets, man. Come follow me. I'll make you fishers of men.
There's a good parable for me.
Come
This is the book of Luke, 12, start from 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater,
Expand.
and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. That most high
So what happened? He got comfortable. He got comfortable. You know, he's feeling like, look, man, I'm blessed. Look, I'm chilling.
And the
I
world
got
has
nothing
created us.
to worry about. Well, you know, that's how it was. Good.
But most high said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee.
Yeah, shit. Everything can change in a day. Right?
Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided.
That's why it says Salaka. What?
And this is why you read about King Solomon, right? He said all is vanity.
Mm.
You know, because you can do all this and do all that, but in the day, what's gonna happen to you?
That's it.
You're gonna pass away as everybody else, man. And what's gonna happen to the good you did?
Yeah, and then he also said on that as well. He was like, because then you might leave your substance.
Yeah. So, full,
Yeah.
you know, and then it's just spoiled. You know?
That's it.
So it really, it's vanity. Really.
Yeah. And it's like building here. So we can't on one hand teach that this economy and everything's gonna fail, MOTB's gonna come, but then we're trying to build a Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, it's like
Take time, bro.
it's like the other scripture speaks about having sufficient to finish the building. It's like you got all these plans, you're gonna be be a fool, innit? You don't finish what you started.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't even focus on things like that, because it's pointless. You start something you can't finish, what's the point? You know what I mean? You might as well live for today kind of thing, and, you know, proximity
Day by
close,
day, yeah.
you know, things that are close to you time wise, rather than try and think about, I've got this long ass plan that I'm gonna try and fulfill, and you don't even know if you're gonna make it there, bro.
That's it.
You know, most of I take your soul, like this brother here.
Yeah.
So is he that lays up treasure for himself and is not rich toward the Most High.
That's right, because everything's got to be about the Most High first.
That's it.
Right, and that's what it's got to be. Because in this truth, you got to be sincere, man. And we're in this thing, man, because we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We believe in His word, right? We believe in the judgment He's about to bring in this place. We believe in the mercy, we believe in the sacrifice His Son made. We believe in all those things. So although, we live in this world and we've got to do things to get by in it, right? We don't, like Lord said, we've taken them out of the world.
We're almost, is it like schizophrenic almost?
It's a limbo life.
It's a limbo life. Because on one hand we're very day by day, but it's like if I know I've got to pay a debt, like I got to pay taxes January 2026 or 2027,
You gotta prepare for that.
I'm gonna still prepare for that. Although I'm hoping that this is done before then. So it's that weird, like you said, it's that weird balance of like we're very much like, yo, tomorrow, like please. But then it's like, oh, but actually I might need to do this. But it's finding that balance once again.
Like,
It's that wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah. Them taxes gotta get paid. in 2027. I'm saving towards it. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully the chariot cracks the sky.
Exactly.
Because he's gonna let's say he's saved now, but he don't get to use it because the chariots come. Either way, he's gonna be taken.
Exactly.
So the money's not really the important thing. It's
Exactly.
just that it's something that he has to take care of. Otherwise, he could be in a worse situation than what he was currently. But either way, that money don't mean shit.
Exactly. And obviously, yo, Arkham, Babakasha.
Yeah, you bring up bro and say, you know what, I missed up my thingy, so I'm gonna pay this big ass fine. The brothers help me out. Bro, why ain't you?
Brothers pray for me.
Yeah. So every other brother's got to work so you can fuck up. No, you don't work like that, man. Don't make yourself a burden.
Man. Everything's a balance. Everything's a balance. You got one. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably gonna close up soon here, so
Yeah.
Back in 2nd Ezra 16 verse
Oh, it ties back in, yeah. That was the purpose of the parable. Let's
verse
go.
43. He that soweth as if he should not reap.
Again, it's giving different examples for the same mindset.
Same thing.
We're here, but we're not here.
Not here.
And we're waiting to get out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, because like, bro, it's something that always puts a smile on my face. Here it is, you're on a plantation, you're on that person, and this nigga's talking to you about some football match, and you're thinking about the kingdom. It's like, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Everyone's like, yeah, Arsenal's doing alright, you know.
I might watch the game, but my head is like, bro, I'm not even here right now. I don't even really care like that when it gets down to it. You know what I mean? And that's how it is, man.
These man on the other hand, they got what do you call Arsenal tattoo.
This is their everything.
Bro,
Yeah. They have nothing
This
else.
is their everything.
Bro, some guys say that
This is
word.
their kingdom, isn't it?
Like, football is his God, like that's his religion. He said football is my religion. You know, it's for real.
You see it, man. They say everything.
That's in their whole
Yeah,
spirit.
that's
There's so much idols that have been built up in this place, and people just follow up.
Bro.
And that's their lives. You know what I mean?
Especially in Britain. It's bro, there's one that sometimes was in a pub.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then that racist E he wasn't really feeling us.
Yeah.
But because we support the same team,
Right, yeah.
we basically became like,
Join hand in hand,
like became brothers and shit. Oh man, yeah, mate. I was like, yeah, I mean, you probably called me like a nigga 99
Exactly.
times. But guess what? Same team, innit? But the point is, it's like, yeah, man. Anyway, back to the point. The point really was, we're obviously here, but like our mind isn't here.
Exactly.
You know, it's the scripture says, lay up your treasures, you know, in heaven.
Yep. Can I grab this one from the comment board?
Yep.
Shalom to everyone. All right, it says, strive for the masteries 1444. It says Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right, and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
First there, keenly.
Yeah.
It's not first as in the first thing, it's keenly, isn't it, when you go in the Greek? The word first there in that scripture.
Oh, it means kingly?
I think so. I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
Let's go
Let's
into
find
it.
out, yeah. Eagerly, is it eagerly?
What scripture was that?
It's,
6?
6:33, Matthew 6:33.
Verify 6:33. On the word first, he said, seek ye first. Proton, which means first in time or place
Okay.
in any succession of things or persons, first in rank,
To put first.
But first then,
principle.
principle.
It's like, see, like it's like, you know, that's like
That's
your,
the principle.
That's the
Yeah.
important
yeah,
thing.
you know what I
That's the
mean.
principle.
Your hopes and your dreams is the truth and the kingdom to come. Your other like ambitions and hobbies might it comes after.
Secondary.
But who's only got one hobby?
That's what I'm saying.
Who's only got one hobby?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's only got one hobby? Bro, I've seen Eddie Murphy play drums, but I don't need him to play with Linkin Park, you know. I don't need to listen to Eddie Murphy do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've
That's
seen Prince play other instruments, but he's on the guitar. Stay on the
That's his
guitar.
thing, yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I see Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's done other things.
Play golf.
He's played golf. He's played golf.
Play golf,
I was thinking
baseball.
what he's done. He's played
Play
golf, played baseball.
Baseball,
But what's his thing?
basketball.
Basketball. The same
See,
thing
it's-
with
it's-
us.
It's like us. It's like our main job really is profits. And everything else comes after.
Yes, sir.
You know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then it says, so also he that planteth the vineyard, as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Go ahead.
They that marry, as they that shall get no children.
Now is that saying you're in a bad place if you have children? No. It's just saying no. Like, look, man, this world, like, you know, that whole. All right, yeah, I'm gonna build my family. I have
Well,
an
he's saying you
empire.
might not have no children,
Yeah,
bro. That's what he's saying. Like, and,
you might not have
that's
it.
the situation, brothers. I know
Yeah.
brothers have been speaking to different things
Yeah,
different
yeah.
times and stuff like that, but some brothers ain't gonna have no children,
Yeah,
bro.
it is what it is.
And that don't make you feel good as a man, because
Yeah.
at the same time you think that's what I'm supposed to do as a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But we're more than just men. We're prophets.
Yeah.
And we've got a job first.
Yeah.
And if it don't happen, then it don't happen, bro.
Yeah. And guess what?
That's part of your sacrifice.
And
You
guess
know?
what? It is gonna happen, just not now for you.
Yeah, that's right.
If only you knew. If only you knew.
Yeah, because you know, it's like what makes you a man is the faith.
That's right.
You know, it's like, you know, if you have seed or you don't have seed, like not having them or having them, that doesn't make you more a man or not a man according unto the Lord's eyes.
And
Because according to the Lord, He just wants you to do the work.
exactly.
So,
And ultimately it becomes a another potential sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's what you was reading Matthew 19. You know, we've given up this,
Yeah,
we've
that's
given
right.
up
Yeah,
family
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so,
You know.
But again, it's the whole seek ye the kingdom of heaven first,
First.
because all these things will come. You shall come hereafter.
Yeah.
Added onto
Right?
it.
These are things you're going to receive as a reward for your obedience, man, for your sacrifice that you've made.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, everybody's is going to be different.
Everyone's life is
Yeah,
different.
everyone's sacrifice is going to be maybe a little bit different. You know, it is what it, you know.
You-
It is what it is.
You know, it's real because it's something that, like, I always think about. Remember, your whole life, every part of your life is catered to what the Lord wants you to have. You know what I mean? Like,
The deal with
your consciousness or your spirit, like, you know what I mean? If you look at your life from your childhood to now, you've always seen everything from your eyes, from your
experiences and
perspective. So everything you go through is according to what the Lord wants you to go through. So whether you end up with a family or not, or whatever, you have a woman or you don't, you have a certain job or you don't, whatever it is. The Lord said He'll give you all the tools you need to stay in His faith, to keep pushing. So don't be concerned, man. Just be concerned about maintaining the faith, which is a gift.
Exactly. And then just like real quick, and that's what was that point earlier on about just that's why some things just won't run.
Yeah.
You know, it's because each of us has a particular goal, and the Lord also knows each of our own particular weaknesses.
Well, that's it. All of us would love multiple wives and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's a hindrance.
It's just not practical, man.
It's not practical, bro.
Well, tiring,
and
bro.
some brothers can handle that. And
Some brothers
don't.
Yeah, some brothers can't handle one.
This is what I'm saying. So, the Most High has given us all our lots to kind of deal
That's
with,
it.
man, to
Everyone's got
fight
their
through
lot.
and whatever, right? And
Yeah.
we just have to accept it, not be envious or wishing that you had in a certain position or situation that you don't even know if you could even deal with.
Yeah, like well, like what's it called? Apostle Paul, it basically said, I'd rather have you be what's called, man, a eunuch, like me, not like he had private spiritual.
Yeah, but just
I mean, spiritually, I'm
You
just
weren't
focused
dealing-
on the word. He wasn't dealing with no women. But then the Apostle Peter, who's above Apostle Paul, he had a wife. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's situation is different. Everyone's different. Everyone's lot is different, and just be content with your lot.
yeah.
Now, if circumstances change, just pray to the Lord that He
Lord's
keeps
will.
you
Intestinal forward to the
That's
faith
it.
to make it
Keep you in the
through.
faith.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got a quick precept on the show.
Yeah, because things
Which is
change
easier
fast.
said than done, but that's just the fact of the matter.
Change fast, man.
Things change.
fast. One day you're brother, I've seen it, man. Brothers were in there just, man, I'm focused on the truth, and then boom, five kids. Five kids.
Yeah.
Just like, when did that happen? Bro was just like, I'm tired, man. I'm like, but
you're
brother, I
fighting.
see you pushing the videos, man. Keep that up.
Fighters.
I've had this conversation right here, man. I was like, bro, you got like 3-4 kids now. Wow, man. See how things change so quick. But I think in a way, another way to think about it is, especially with jobs, women, kids, and all of that. Sometimes, especially as a young man, it's better just to focus on the truth and get that
100%.
foundation solid, man. Your foundation is solid. That means you could have an hour where you got studying 1 week, and that hour could be more utilized because the foundation is short. Now you ain't gonna be going off. Now you ain't gonna be going down a wrong rabbit hole because the foundation's already short. Whereas when you're young in the faith, you need 3-4 hours to say,
You need focus, man. You can't be distracted.
I went down the wrong rabbit hole there. Let me wind it back. Let me look at it from this perspective. You know all the different ways in which it could be broken down, whatever. And I think even the scriptures say that, man. When you're young, that's when you're out here. You got to focus on the truth.
Wear down the steps of the elders.
That's not the one I was thinking about. Forget the word.
Child when he's
That's a
young
good
is what
scripture. That's a good scripture. Yeah, that's
So
a
when
good
he's older,
scripture.
he should not depart from it.
I think that's the one I'm thinking about. So now you're older, you got more things to manage, and naturally, as you get older, you're always gonna have more things to think
And
about.
that's all part of your growth too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't just stay one way the whole time. I guess.
Mm.
You know, when I first came in the truth, man, like, I was at university at the time, and the spirit was just on me. I stopped going to lectures and stuff like that. I just locked myself in a library in a booth, just reading scriptures all day. Hours on end, just reading the scriptures and stuff, man. And that's how I was for quite a long time. You know, until I felt I was in a certain position. I was like, okay, I'm ready, to do more. You know.
That was a growth experience. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we all
yeah.
went through that.
Yeah.
You went from you reading the scriptures, now you're trying to break down the scriptures in school, in school, and a precept packed in school. People were saying, "Who's this black guy with a sword cut in his hand?" Like, you're trying to explain the stuff, and then obviously you're like, "Man, I gotta go beyond that. This is not working out." You end up in the camp and you teach for years. Things change.
Life happens, bro. You know, most High send you things in it.
So experience.
It's just gonna say each experience teaches you something different aspect of the truth. Like I was asking myself the other day, okay, what can I learn from this guy that's the boss over where I'm working now? And I'm like, okay, if I was in his situation, I wouldn't do it for these reasons, X, Y, and Z. I'm trying to think, okay, what's he doing? Okay, he's a spoiled brat, right? The guy he doesn't understand what he's doing and the impact that he has. Everyone's on maximum effort and he's coming in like it don't mean anything. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, if and when the Most High puts me in that position, after the humans catch hell, after that 1,000 period, because after that first 1,000 year period, I'm gonna be a spoiled brat. I'm gonna be ignorant. I'm gonna be arrogant. But after that 1,000 years, when we're doing the profitable thing, I'm thinking to myself now, okay, I wouldn't approach that situation from there. You gotta build people up. You gotta keep people engaged. And that's what I'll be thinking. But like the brother said, it's all experience. As we go through these things, families, work, okay, businesses, trials and tribulations, different workplaces, different people that you interact with, you're building up a picture on how you're probably going to rule, how you're going to have people and subjects underneath you. Obviously, Yahweh Shai is going to be the top man, and he's going to tell you how to do things, but you're going to have, everybody's going to have their own flavor to their own patch in this universe, man. You go to Chicago's Island, every window's going to have a token. I'll be like, look, I can't be here, man. This is yours. I can.
Precept.
Yeah.
Precept on what we
Got the
mentioned
universe kabash with his 1 million kids. It's like, this is beautiful.
man.
Y'all got those fruit here? I ain't never tried those.
Elam gonna be in the Oud though.
No.
I'll make sure.
How we come back to this, man?
He be bathing in the Oud every day.
How we gonna come back to this, man?
A quick one. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. What truly makes you a man? It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
And that's what the earth is gonna go back to. That's literally what the earth is gonna go back to. That duty being established, which is just fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments. And from that, the earth is gonna be made righteous again. That's what's gonna happen.
Everything's gonna go back to balance, you know.
That's earth's final form. The final form of earth is righteousness. Fearing the Lord, keeping his commandments. It's going to be led by, sorry man, I'm African. Led by migrant. You know what I'm saying? Led by the trans Israel.
You know, something's changed about you this week.
I know.
You're more in touch with your roots. brother he's just picturing certain things.
Yeah,
He's
trust me.
fashioning the type of man that he wants to be. I don't know why he wants to do that. Maybe he's trying to inspire something or someone.
Migrant states.
It all goes back to the idea of Adam was made to maintain the garden. And
that's
the
it, that's
Israelites are here to maintain the planet.
That's it.
How Shai, which is the reincarnation of Adam, and we're here to manage the earth, man. That's our position on the planet. That was why we was created. And so we're gonna finally serve that purpose in its entirety. Because we failed to do so at the beginning. But we're gonna do it in its entirety now, in complete righteousness, and the world and everybody on it is gonna benefit from all of that. But we have to go through these experiences to know good and evil. Like we was going, all those apostles speak about it, and that the good and evil thing we have to learn.
Last verse 14, it says, for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. That's back in 2nd Ezra 16, verse 44, it says, they that marry, as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not, as the widowers, and therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits, and shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods.
But everything in this planet is temporal, man. And so we've gone from different ages and stuff like that. Part of the curses affected us, we've built and we've lost. Because that's all part of the curses. The curses laid it out that we will build and do all these different things, but we won't profit by them. Other people will profit from us and that. But so it's still true to the very day. We might do things, but at the end of the day, the Lord's going to destroy this place. And so why be so invested in a world that's not yours? You might as well invest in the world to come, right? Into the kingdom of heaven. Just lay your treasures up in heaven, right?
Just know that this shit is temporary. You know what I mean? It's temporary.
That's it.
That's it.
Any closing precepts, scriptures? No? Alright then, brothers and few sisters out there. If we're gonna say Shalom, all praise and all glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'akadash. Again, double honors onto the elders,
Double
the
honors.
GMS. Shalom, I was about teaching you what to say, man. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
You know how to close that down, right?
Can I don't.
What's going on?
Sorry?
I don't use it. So how do I do it?
You gotta press the X.
Just press the X.
Where is that's what I'm saying? Where's
The
the
brother
X?
knows, yeah.
Hold on, one second.
Where's the X?
That's what I'm calling it.
I'm saying there's no X, bro.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Was it up there?
Yeah, it's behind the camera.
Okay.